steroids or something? The guy became a woman, bro. He became a woman. He went from... Oh, man, that's hilarious, bro. No, I think it's something that has to do with his, he was talking about his past. He was talking about his dad and mom and stuff. Something happened in a closet, he said. But he didn't get into detail. I'm sure he tells other people.
A lot of these people, what happens to them, they probably have some traumatic experiences, whether they probably got molested when they were children, or the absence of their father, or they've been exposed to explicit content from like very young age, and they started developing this, these whatever. Like it's there's something always there, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like let's say this, right? That's why in Islam we don't punish for the like in Islam we only punish the act. It's
exactly.
You're gonna have people. Look, there's men and women who gonna have some tendencies of feeling something towards the same sex. That is okay, fine. It's happening. Yeah, you have people liking weird stuff all over the world, like the internet, for example. I don't know,
Like I don't want to. I'm not going to talk about it, but I mean too much about other people's past. But there is a scholar that we even on YouTube that a lot of brothers don't know about. But
your family's Catholic.
Then why are you calling yourself ex-Muslim?
No. Because I'm not Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I'm not Catholic.
I'll put it her like she's like if her funny is a 5, her mean is like a 12 and a half.
Exactly.
Comedian on stage funny. He just came up.
Comedian, tell it.
Let's hear a joke, comedian.
Why
did
is
the chicken cross the road?
sex like a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Because it's greasy and raw.
because that shit not raw.
After you done with the breast and the thigh, the only thing left to do is stick your bone back in that greasy box.
That was ass. Let me write this down. What? That was corny. No, it's corny jokes that are funny. Like,
but you, how are you comedian? Okay, we try again. Try again, comedian. I really want to laugh. Go ahead, comedian. Another try. Go ahead.
Shit, Claude.
Claude. Y'all don't think Daniel funny?
No.
Let's get it, bro.
Comedian, one more. Uno mas, bros.
What did the blonde's left leg say to her right leg?
What did she say?
Nothing, they never met.
Bye.
Got to go.
Hold on. Is that a burner?
He's talking.
No. Wait, his mic come up?
They kicked me from the room.
Yeah. Added everybody. Check my back channel. Some nigga named Dookie Face Desi hit me up. I blocked the nigga.
Wait, hold on, Charles.
What?
You know who that is, don't you?
I don't know who that is. I swear to God, I don't know that.
He just keep going and going.
Like the Energizer Party, but you haven't gotten dick all week. Like, shut up,
You be
like,
sometimes, but the day has funny moments. You have
a lot of people
3 out of 10 tries.
JB had a funny movie. Kathy had a funny movie.
Did y'all say Curtis yet?
Yeah, he's not funny.
With all due respect, I got better dad jokes than that nigga. So like,
But it's not always the jokes that be funny. It be like y'all ever heard Curtis sing?
Yeah,
God, that'd be the funniest shit.
That's why I said it was funny when he did that whole interaction as if he was really in the club for Drew birthday.
Yes, exactly. His sense of humor. Like one time Sam made a room in GD to drag me, right? And Curtis was like, "Yo, let's stream it in 2A," and me and him streamed it and did commentary. It was some of the Curtis had so much funny shit that night. I wish somebody had that room, yo.
look, because he wasn't funny in the beginning.
over time.
Like, you didn't remember Curtis on the morning show? Curtis used to say some dumbass shit, but it was funny.
I think Curtis is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, the pro-Trump humor that came out of Curtis on the morning show, even I had to laugh at. Okay, fine. Nobody thinks Curtis is funny.
I'm sorry, I've never been.
I do.
I think that nigga's hilarious.
I don't know.
Oh shit, it's a dirty Korean.
Not too much on my Korean barbecue.
No.
People make better fried chicken than black people.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No, Solomon. We taught you everything.
And Michigan better than Michigan State, you dirty Korean.
Not too much.
Stick it there.
Yeah,
What he said.
Hey, Chain, what's up?
Chang keep leaving. I think that's his troll.
I think his mic.
Bond meeting.
Alright, Solly. And Bami's are terrible sandwiches, bitch.
They're not even Korean.
Who said hey to Chang?
He was in here and he just laughed. Yeah,
I did that on purpose. They're not even Korean. That's
But
what
that's
they said.
hilarious. Both the Korean.
Amish people got better fried
I
chicken.
thought she was calling Solomon Chang.
They do. I'm not gonna lie to you, Brandon. The Asian people do fry their chicken a little different.
Nobody worry about how Fu Manchu fried chicken, respectfully.
Just because you live in the swamp,
Solomon, fight back
nigga,
now.
don't mean that you gotta come at
I don't
fried
want to fight
chicken
back.
like
I'll
that.
start saying racist
Solomon,
shit.
You're right.
You're right. You're right.
Not too much on fried chicken.
No, let me ask Solomon this question.
Korean, y'all can't understand me.
And there's only one right answer, Solomon.
All right, my
And
bad.
if you don't answer this right, no, if you don't answer this question right, I'm dragging you and kicking you out the room, okay? Listen, this is the question. Who taught Korean people how to make fried chicken?
I told you, y'all originated that shit, but we perfected that shit.
Got a point.
Oh, shit.
Got a point.
First of all,
Beyonce challenge
the only best flavored Asian chicken is sweet chili. Let's talk about it. Y'all, anything, that sticky, the sweet. No.
General Toast.
Come on, sweet chili and teriyaki. Sweet chili and teriyaki. That's
And
it.
banchan spicy and sweet garlic, both fire.
The bulgogi?
The bulgogi always
The bulgogi dumplings go crazy in the air fryer.
That honey walnut chicken hit hard too.
That's Panda Express, girl.
That bulgogi in the air fryer, the steamed dumplings, the bulgogi dumplings go crazy.
Oh, yeah. Don't disrespect the general.
That's a
Orange,
fact.
Hey, yo, Squiggly.
so nobody likes orange chicken.
Y'all ever run a banchan before?
Orange chicken is not the general's chicken, though. I love orange.
I think
Y'all ever had a banchan
I
before?
used to eat generals and I switched
I've
to
been to
orange. I think
banchan.
orange is better.
That's my shit.
The general, he know how to make
But you gotta get the orange, but you gotta get it spicy.
That's the only way you can get it.
I thought orange chicken was.
I don't like mine spicy.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't really fuck with orange chicken and all that, y'all.
You gotta get the General Sotos.
I just like my regular chicken bone. Ain't no bone in it with a batter. Like,
Look, I don't care what you say. It's nothing like some good old fried chicken. Look,
So do any like
with a slice of watermelon on the
Double
side.
P, do you eat yesterday?
Slavery lunch is back. Wait, what was that, Squiz? That was the slave special for lunch.
Yes.
With all due respect, y'all.
I know your African name.
Y'all about that.
Don't turn this into no blacks versus Africans.
Yo, I just asked.
You know we can do that.
Watermelon.
Is we trolling today?
Nah.
I don't like watermelon either. Watermelon nasty.
And during the fried chicken festival,
Watermelon
you can
nasty is crazy.
You could go. Listen, you could go to Plurry's for the fried chicken festival in New Orleans and get a 2-piece with a watermelon on the stick. I'm not making it up. I'm not saying I bought it, but I'm just saying it was good.
It's okay.
Yeah, you did.
Hold on.
So you brought it and you loved it.
Yeah, you did. You bought it.
It was delicious.
I don't blame him. I probably would have bought the shit too.
Shit was $7.50. You couldn't tell me I wasn't leaving with that.
$7.50 for what?
I told her give me 2 thighs too. They gave them to me, bitch.
Damn. She thought she had a piece of watermelon on the stick. Damn.
$7? $7.50?
That's it.
I'm like, yeah, I might take that.
Did it come with a drink?
Nah, no drink.
You got the watermelon on the stick. You don't need no drink.
It was enough juice in the
It come with
watermelon,
2 sides.
Every time I got thirsty, I just bit down on the watermelon. Pause.
What's your favorite surplus?
Pause.
favorite what?
Like what?
I was asking what was your favorite sub place, but nothing wrong.
Sub place?
Like public.
Jersey Mike.
Public.
Yeah, I love Jersey.
I
like Jersey.
Hold on.
What kind of sub you talking about?
Hold on. Coming from the city of sandwiches, the Poppy store.
Wait, hold up. What city of sandwiches you come from?
Philadelphia. She coming from Philly.
Philadelphia.
Y'all goddamn cheesesteaks not even good.
Y'all, hold on. With all due respect, if y'all niggas
Baltimore got better cheesesteaks.
y'all niggas eat
No, they don't.
Yes,
y'all
they do.
niggas eat
Philly don't got the best cheesesteaks. They shits are like
They
not
don't.
even.
They
They really
not.
don't.
Hold on.
Y'all don't even go to the right spot. What spot do you go to?
Them niggas
No,
eat
I
steak.
got
Sorry,
questions.
Exactly. That's
I
how
got a
y'all.
left
We not doing
device
this with steak
question.
and cheese. Y'all niggas
I got
eat
an
steak.
either
We
or
good.
question for y'all. Are y'all ready?
I hate
Cheesesteak or chopped cheese?
cheesesteak.
I don't even know what chopped cheese is.
Go eat a fucking burger.
I think it's chicken. Okay, first of all.
That's just a burger chopped up.
First of all.
Yeah, that's a burger.
Exactly,
Go eat a
exactly.
cheesesteak, nigga. Like,
Thank you,
what?
Double E. Because first of all, you can either get a chicken cheesesteak, a
Yes.
salmon
Get a
cheesesteak,
salmon
a chick.
Fish
Hello,
cheesesteak.
come on now.
Yes, a shrimp cheesesteak is so good.
Y'all just not going to
My
the
God.
places. That's
Yeah.
Right, y'all don't go to the right spot.
Shrimp cheesesteaks be so good. I ain't lying.
I'm not about to act like the surf and turf ain't hard, but listen, that chopped cheese hit every time.
But
If ain't enough onions on that
You don't know nothing about fine cuisine.
But listen,
Just go get a
Hold on,
cheeseburger and
chopped
chop
cheese
that
is
bitch
fine
up.
cuisine now.
Beard, this is really where you should have tapped in because po' boys reign supreme.
Yes, po' boys are
I'm gonna let you
everything.
Oh, I love a po'
But they
boy.
have shrimp on a roll with some
Hey, mute squiz.
Be honest.
You really should have entered the chat right there, Whitebeard. That was a missed opportunity.
Exactly. I was expecting him to come off mute.
Oh boy, that's not.
With Philly. Hello?
Hello? You okay?
He grabbed him. Get
No,
him.
I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. I'm not
Brandon
gonna
lived
lie.
in
Hold on, Squiz. 1 second. I'm not gonna lie. Jersey do got some fire ass sandwiches at the bodega.
Man, let me just debunk this whole shit, man. DMV got the best brunches, dog. Fuck everybody. Yeah, we do. We have the best brunches out here in the DMV. Y'all shits is
You know y'all brunch.
Hey, pick another place.
I don't like when you say that. The DMV don't have the best brunches.
We do. Yes, we do.
DC.
Oh, sorry. DC has the best brunches. My bad.
Virginia.
DC, actually, nah. There is some brunch spots in Virginia.
But like for the most part, it's DC.
That's where you go to get a
Brunch culture started in DC. Y'all just try
That's because
to.
of Howard.
Oh, shout out to Howard and Lay School.
Not late school. Please shut up.
Oh my God,
Fuck, bro.
Can we not?
Sick.
Basket weaving scholarship. Shout out to.
Wait, they saying out of Maryland and Virginia.
Who keep muting Brandon?
Brandon, what'd you say, bro?
Brandon, what's wrong with your phone, y'all?
And that's why mumbo sauce is better than mild sauce or whatever that's weird sauces.
You know,
I think you're wrong about that, Claude. No shade.
No, mumbo sauce is definitely better
Mumbo
than mild
sauce
sauce.
is mumbo
No,
sauce.
hold on.
Ew, mumbo sauce is
I've
like
never-
shit. That shit
Mumbo
gross.
sauce is 8.5, but mild sauce is
Go to Eddie's. Go to Eddie's and get that mumbo sauce. It'll change your life.
on Georgia Avenue?
Sweet and
That's
sour
like on the
chicken.
avenue. What you rather?
Duck sauce.
Yo, mild sauce is just duck sauce and mustard.
No, that's mumbo.
Mustard!
Hey, can y'all skis with me now?
Yeah, fuck.
Y'all ever had remoulade sauce?
But of
No.
course.
Fancy for y'all?
I don't really like sauces.
Y'all had soy sauce?
So Brandon, you the type to you don't use ketchup and
Like if I get like chicken tenders, like let's say I go to Zaxby's.
you don't
Hey, Brandon, did you ever do the mix? Did you ever do the old school mixture of ketchup and mayonnaise?
Everybody.
I thought we listened and we don't judge. Hold on, bro. I thought we listened and we don't judge. Hold on, bro. Let me talk. Get off my hair. I'm saying. Hey, Shanti, stop playing with me.
Fried chicken.
You gotta get a box drink.
That should just be like.
I'm just trying to see why they throw my rock.
Anybody ever mix ketchup and mayo together and think that was your special?
No,
Is that special sauce?
That's Big Mac sauce.
That is anti-Christmas.
Hey, Double, don't play with my emotions, yo. Please stop.
That is fucking disgusting.
Wait, that's Big Mac sauce? Ketchup and mayo?
Ketchup, mayo, and
Most of the sauces that y'all eat on y'all bougie dishes have mayonnaise in it. So like,
Yo.
all the shit that says crema is mayonnaise.
No, Shanti, why you love mayonnaise? Literally anti-secret sauce from Good Burger. Y'all forgot when this nigga was telling you, that nigga said ketchup, mustard, pickles, and they stopped them. That was it. That was the whole sauce.
So what?
Ketchup, mustard, and pickles, nigga.
Mustard! That wasn't a Big Mac sauce.
my hair looks good.
First of all, if you never had mayo on your hamburger, you just missed out on your whole entire life alone.
Mayonnaise goes with fries. Mayonnaise goes with
ketchup,
fries.
mustard is what you need on your burger. That's an
Cocktail sauce goes with
Mayonnaise
fries.
goes with fries.
Cocktail sauce.
You said mayonnaise goes with fries?
Mayonnaise go with fries. Listen, I went to the Caribbean for a month. It's been stuck ever since, nigga. Mayonnaise.
What about garlic aiola?
Oh, hold on. How you talking?
Areola.
I mean, aioli, nigga.
It's aioli.
Oh, that's big killing me.
Yeah. It's all right. He African. He didn't know.
Yo, please, let's not. Let's not.
What sauces do Africa have?
It's all right. He was asking.
How would you know how to say it? It's French. I don't know how to say nothing African.
They got pepper sauce.
I think aioli is actually Italian.
Is it really?
Difference.
The word,
It's
and
fucking
the
gross.
concept.
Hold on, you don't like garlic aiola?
No, it tastes like
aioli.
It tastes like mayonnaise.
Aiola?
No, that sauce is actually what we use for most of our fried seafood down here. Garlic aioli or cocktail sauce. That shit.
And the Holy Trinity.
Hold on, so you mix that with the cocktail sauce?
Trinity in that bitch, man.
Hold on, white beer, you mix that with the cocktail sauce?
Oh no, you don't mix it. It's two different, right? Usually if you got like a fried platter or something, you will get three sauces. It's gonna be a tartar, another little white one that's not as thick as the tartar, and it's gonna be the red one. That's
And you gotta put that fish in that Earl. Put that fish in that Earl.
Yeah.
What? The what?
That's how they
oil.
cook it.
Oil. We say oil.
That Earl. Yeah, they say Earl.
We pronounce our eyes
like
if your name Carl in New Orleans, your name is no longer Carl. Your name is Curl.
Curl?
Swear to God. Your
like
name
curly fries?
That's why they say oil is Earl.
We had a nigga with the NFL named Carlton Davis. We all would call him Carlton Davis.
So white beer, my name Claude would be
your name would be Claude.
Claude. Like Claude, like C-L-A-W.
Listen, the whole support they call you
Clawfish.
That's the whole thing.
That's what I call him.
Claude because you got an E on it.
I've been calling him Claude.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because you
got
got
that from
E on
me,
it, they'll throw the little oxide grab on top and be like, oh, that's Claude Day.
No, just Claude, guys. Just Claude.
Yeah, I named him that. Claude Day.
They'll throw an oxide grab on top to it to be grammatically correct.
I got you on that.
They used to call me
the Squizzler.
The Squizzler go crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ever since I started calling you the Squizzler, I think of you as a villain in Batman's Rogues Gallery. Like, you need to be robbing Gotham or something, bitch. The Squizzler, he's right there.
You thought he was a Joker or something?
Don't that sound like one of the weird-ass Batman villains, though? The Squizzler.
Squizzler. Coming to you.
He got a gun of fucking poison. He just shoot at niggas. Squiz.
My waves look good today, boy. Thank you, Jesus.
This nigga
Squiz, please.
Y'all got a line on? Y'all got a line on DraftKings? What's going on?
Nah, no betting until Monday for me, my boy.
No betting until Monday on Easter weekend?
Yeah, man. I ain't betting, bro.
You
gotta take time off, dog.
You lost this week, didn't you?
No. I got
the
this is a quick reset.
11 and a half.
This is a quick reset, bro. Sometimes you don't need to bet all the time, bro. I just take my time off.
Kill this room.
No, I'm not, because I'm glad I got people in the room. Hold on, because I want to ask this, because I was in Punani room arguing.
Wait, what?
You was in Punani arguing?
I was in Punani room arguing, not with Huddle, right, with some Philly niggas. Guess what I said that got these niggas so mad, Squares?
Somebody's name is Punani on his card.
Oh.
I told them niggas, man, it's crazy how we gave y'all with the heli, but you know, that's just like New Orleans. We give y'all something for the culture like almost every year. No matter if it's a dance, a song,
what the hell he did come from New Orleans, and I can stand that because my man's made it up.
Wait, what?
Crying, but okay.
Not him, but.
So listen. This is what I'm saying though. When I said New Orleans is just when I say New Orleans always gives something to black culture, the Philly niggas got like upset in the room. They're like, what y'all mean, bro? Y'all know New Orleans is one of the most influential cities in black culture, like top 3. You know what the niggas told me? It's not as influential as Philadelphia.
That's a fact. That's
bitch,
a fact.
what?
That's a fact.
For black culture?
We gave y'all the AME church, bitch ass nigga. You wouldn't be praise dancing if it wasn't for Philadelphia.
Bitch, we don't even got an AME church.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
We don't even got one of them down here. Respectfully.
You wouldn't even be praised dancing if it wasn't
for AME church in New Orleans closed in 2003.
Tell you all the things that Philadelphia has done. We gave y'all, we had the best lingo. Water ice, that's a fact.
But hold up, Squid.
Water on the rocks
some actual real shit. You know what them niggas told me when I said, what does Philadelphia done for black culture? Do you know what them niggas told me, Squiz?
The movement.
Them niggas told me the tush push.
Whoa. That's a fact.
Them niggas told me the Philadelphia Eagles just won the Super Bowl.
That's a fact.
What that got to do with black culture?
Hey,
Jalen Hurts told me.
Jalen Hurts. He's the blackest quarterback to win the Super Bowl ever of all time.
The blackest?
What? That's the blackest.
The blackest?
That's the nigga. He's the most niggerist. Have you ever heard that nigga like speak? Not like trying to be like
Doug Williams. Doug Williams.
Do you know who Doug Williams is?
Hey, hold on.
He wasn't a real nigga. Like, he wasn't a real nigga.
Wait, what?
Let's stop the sports talk. Stop the sports talk. You're gonna run the Williams.
Yeah, that nigga was a...
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
You guys are gonna run the pussy.
They got 70 people in here, most of them women. We good.
Let's talk about baddies, guys. So what do you guys think of Oli?
I don't like the BBL.
We don't want to talk about that shit either.
Ooh, let's talk about Could Have Been Love. For real. Let's talk about Could Have Been Love. Because why the reunion ain't dropping Could Have Been Love yet? What's going on?
Oh, yeah. Yo, that's one of the funniest shows of all time.
I don't know what that is.
Could Have Been Love.
Why the reunion ain't dropped? Like, I was watching that with my and my mama. Like, I'm waiting. What's going on?
My mom watch it too.
Like, my mom and me.
I think they gotta work out some.
Cause Bambi needs to. I need to.
Bambi is pregnant.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she pregnant by Drewski or what?
I think she was pregnant before that from my ex-boyfriend.
Wait, hold on.
Remember, she broke up with her boyfriend after she won the show. She had a nigga the whole time.
Hey, Brady, you ain't never seen a fat girl that was on the
The one that said she pregnant? She said Drewski the baby daddy and shit like that?
Yeah, it's her.
I've been seeing it on Twitter, but
Sorry, are you the only one in this room? Because I'm hearing different voices.
Yeah.
Oh, so what exactly? Is it that you're playing a recording or something? I don't understand.
Yeah, that was a that was a room, but somebody just killed the room.
Okay. So how are you doing and how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Makes you so firm in like thinking you couldn't be wrong about it.
You open it back.
Yeah.
Then if you're busy in a room, what room is this?
This one's called Believers versus Unbelievers. Open stage.
Oh, that's where you act.
Is that low for everybody? I didn't hear it.
How many phones do you have? Because
now I'm hearing you, but I feel like I kind of lost you for a second. Are you able to say what you were saying again?
Yeah, I got like 100 phones.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I can't really say, like, I'll always believe what I believe because of what I
coming.
Are you hearing her, Andrew?
No, it's not coming out.
Did I
I
cut
can't
out?
hear it.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you're there. Yeah. Get up here, Burhan, bot. Yeah, go ahead, Haley.
Yeah, I think, Tim, you can repeat your last question.
Oh, well, I was just, it's curious, like you say you've had some personal experiences, and those personal experiences have seemingly have made it so you don't think you could be wrong about, like, your, prescription of what those experiences mean to you. Right. You ever consider, the idea that other people have experiences that are
Yulia!
the exact
Got
opposite
the lie,
of
Yulia!
the deity they believe in?
Here, Shaw!
Feel just as
Yeah,
strongly
the
about their position as you do about yours. You ever consider that?
I would suppose those experiences do not come from the Lord. They might be defective experiences.
Okay. What would make you think that they had bad experiences but yours weren't?
Because mine stem from a place of perfect love and growth.
What if they were to say to you, I've had an experience of perfect love and perfect growth, and they were to say the same things about that you're saying, but they said, but it came from Muhammad telling me that Allah is the God, the proper God to believe in. But they were to say all the exact same things that you did.
Well, I would have to hear those testimonies to be able to discern, kind of.
Okay. But are you open to hearing?
I would be open to hearing them if those.
If you became convinced that the stories they told were just as authentic as the stories about you that you believe, would that lower your reason to think that you couldn't be wrong? No. Okay, so there's nothing anybody can say, even if their experiences match identically to yours, but they just think it's a different God. They can't. They're just necessarily wrong.
That's correct. I don't think I could.
Interesting.
Hello, moderators. Put me in the queue. I'd like to discuss God. Thank you.
I don't have any more questions for that, Andrew. You can go.
No further questions. All right. Jose, come on up. Looks like you're a monkey, and it looks like we got another talking ape here.
This video is for the survivors of the Catholic clergy in Illinois.
Man, there's a lot of people that have conditions. I don't know what to do about it. Tactical, come on up. Dum Dum. Yeah, okay, cool. So Baruch, I don't know if you can talk yet. Cogito, are you able to talk? John Bush.
Yeah.
John, does God exist?
No.
Okay. Why? What is the best argument against the idea that God exists?
I don't have an argument that God exists. I think God doesn't exist. I mean, there's a lot of evidence, but you have to get to the point of is it a strong evidence or weak evidence of? And for me, belief, I think when it comes to religion across humanity, I think humanity is so
Will you
far.
find out how much it is?
feel like humanity is so far in depth of indoctrination. They don't believe in the deities. They believe in the word. And for me, that's there's a difference between literally and, metaphorically. So when people talk about belief, for example, someone can run up to you right now, maybe a friend or someone close to you or even a stranger, and they would say, and you're not at home, of course, and they would say, hey, your house is on fire. You will have a choice, and this choice will be based upon a variety of different cues of that person. But then you will have to say, hey, do I believe what this person is telling me or not believe? And the only way you can find out is if you go and drive to your house yourself to see if your house is actually burning. So for me, when people say believe, they say they're implying that they believe in not that deity, but they believe the word of the author of the variety of different books that's within whatever scripture is out there. So there's a difference between a person walking up and saying, I believe in God or Jesus or anything else. They must say, I believe in the person that told me about that God, that deity, or whatever. And that's the difference of belief when it comes to me. And I think that people are so far in with, hey, I believe in God. They're completely oblivious to, they don't really actually believe in God or a deity. They believe in what that person told them. And that's another human being that wrote that book. But I'll leave it there.
Have you heard about the story of Abraham?
No.
He had no one to guide him. He found God by himself.
And how would you know that?
Because everyone knows about the story of Abraham.
Yeah, but did you talk to Abraham yourself?
It's passed down through generations. All the Abrahamic faiths know about him, his story. He's the forefather of three major religions on this planet.
So you believe in that story because it was passed down from everybody else?
How do you know that he found God and that God did not find him? Which verse are you citing, sir? Use specifics, put it in the chat or let us know. Thank you very little.
Okay. Welcome, Socrates. Long time no see, my brother. You need to start making yourself more available. So Cogito, you think that these are all constructs by humans? Is that what you think? All the religions?
Yes. Not to say it doesn't have utility, but they are all constructs.
Okay. And you accept evolution, I imagine, and the Big Bang and all of that?
Yeah, given the evidence that we have, yeah.
Sure. And what do you think's happened to the person of Jesus in the Bible?
I don't study the Bible. I don't care for scripture, so you can enlighten me.
Do you think it matters if God
Как
exists?
дела, Юлия? Я хочу я тебе люблю.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if you're going to stand before a creator who will judge you for what your life
Я
is,
хочу
your
интернета.
beliefs have been,
Я хочу
and
самолет.
potentially send you to an eternal torment or an eternal heaven. You don't think that matters?
No, that doesn't matter given the situation of just like, for me, the scripture, the point is to guide human beings down this path of a particular behavior. And the fact that we are still in correlation with religion, our behaviors do not align with what scripture is actually, telling us to, align with. It doesn't matter what scripture it is, right? on terms of, in comparison to religion, humanity has always been running amok. They always have been doing what they always have been doing, right? People will be people, no matter the religion.
What about the science of religion?
No, Doge.
It's time to introduce this man to someone called Pascal.
I moved him down. Sakura, you didn't respond to me earlier. You kind of hurt my
I'm
feelings.
sorry, I was figuring out my car kept trying to connect to my Bluetooth. And for some reason, Clubhouse, unlike Discord, doesn't work with my car's Bluetooth. So
That's nonsense.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know I said that's nonsense. I'm sorry that happened. I mean,
you know what else is nonsense?
Theism?
Christianity.
Oh, I thought you were just going to go theism broadly.
No. I was going to go theism, but I thought, you know what? Let's go straight for the gut.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
It's been a while, Andrew. We got to go. We got a lot of cobwebs to dust off.
That's right. Gut bust you right from the start. Well, it's good. Well, I'm glad you're still affirming your bankrupt worldview of atheism, Sakura.
Listen, how does a guy dying get rid of sin?
That's a good question.
Yeah, all my questions are good, Andrew.
I know. Sakura, what is your naturalistic evolutionary account for this psychophysical harmony, sir?
It seems like psychophysical harmony.
Hi Jane, how's your day going? Oh, still doing dinner tonight?
Can't come.
Just let it die with no goodbyes. Details don't matter. We both paying the price. Tears in my eyes. You know sometimes it be like that, baby. Hey.
No, they have no choice but to retreat and re-strategize. And now they really got to re-strategize because they know the people ain't going for what the shit they were going for before.
You are a hater.
Leave Ola alone.
Princess, shut the fuck up. Ola alone.
She's talking about me right now.
I'm not a victim, okay? Don't fucking say I'm not a victim. If you fuck with me, I will fucking destroy you. My people will destroy you.
Period. The fuck?
Do not fuck with me.
Actually, Ola, there are a lot of people who are anti-Semitic here.
Find out.
Put in their ass. That's the only way they
Who is your people?
He even came out.
Who is your people, though? Who is your people?
And find out.
That's not.
Don't many people that he's a Hebrew Israelite.
Apparently the Jews will destroy us if we talk a little bit more about her, I guess.
I clearly said you can say whatever shit you want. Don't say it to me because I don't want to fuck with you. You can say whatever.
Princess, stop lying, Princess. Don't, Princess.
You act on it.
Are you not an Israelite? I'm sorry.
You will be done.
I like the PTR.
That's it.
Yes, me and Ola's people will destroy you if you come for her.
Hey, yo, who are your people?
People here are anti-Semitic, so
I ask her one question about
background here.
Hello, moderators. This is Doge. Put me in the queue. I want to read some holy scripture for just 60 seconds.
Can y'all put him down? We don't.
One mic on Doge.
Oh, I know you.
All right.
Why you giving Doge the mic?
This is why I don't know why y'all be modding Kaiser and Stu in the same room.
Okay, this is
Because it break the air up, man.
this is called morning. This is called morning prayers. So take the deepest breath of the day through your nose. This is a meditation hypnosis. Here we go.
Demonic shit, Doge. No demonic
It's not.
shit.
This is from the book. Thy house I enter constantly, through thine abundant mercy, still worship at thy holy fane in reverence of thee. How goodly, Jacob, are thy tents. How goodly, Jacob, are thy tents, Israel, thy abodes. Thy house I enter constantly, through thine abundant mercy, still worship at thy holy fane in reverence of thee. O Lord, I love thy dwelling place, whereon thy glory rests. There humbly bow and bend the knee before the Lord thy Maker, and offer prayer in time of grace eternal unto thee. O God, thou ever merciful, respond with true salvation.
Why y'all let those chant?
I think there is Kaiser is anti-Semitic for sure, right?
Honest, what he's doing, I was gonna say, what he's doing is what they do in Catholicism and Episcopalian Church, some Methodist churches, and if I'm not mistaken, even Jewish people have points where they like, I guess, chant. It's called chant Christianity, but I don't know what you would call it.
We have prayers. They're just in Hebrew, so it kind of it's like songs. It's their songs.
All communication is hypnosis. All communication is hypnosis.
You know how he kind of like put the pitch? Is that what you guys do?
I mean, it's look. Some people are not so good at singing. So it might sound
okay. Well, yeah, I know it's supposed to be it's technically. Yo, these priests, I have to sing at a Catholic church for like Holy Week, and the priests, like when they do their little. One time I was doing it at an Episcopal church, and the person who was like doing the chant, who was leading it, the priest has to do it. They can't sing. Yeah, and he messed it up so bad, he literally started laughing in the middle of the mass. The whole church was cracking up. It was crazy.
So I had like two main temples that I went to growing up, and there was like one that was my grandparents, and then mine. So one my grandparents went to, it was mostly like really old Holocaust survivors that were losing their hearing, and so they were all like singing different tropes, different like tunes at different times, and it just like you would go in and it just sounded like barn animals. It was hilarious.
That shit one more funny. That shit was whack as hell.
Yeah, but
let's get back to the fucking topic.
They would come, like my grandparents' friends too. They would come to like our synagogue where everybody's kind of young.
I don't understand why Jewish people I won't be the center of attention. Y'all stole everything and propagating all other bullshit. Just leave it alone.
Man, you projecting. You projecting.
I was in this conversation before you were, so.
Well, chose. That's how chosen.
He want attention out too.
She addressing the title of the room, brother.
I don't want no attention. Hey, hold up, real quick. Real quick. So information is regurgitated, right? So you got a rabbi defending what you got a rabbi who defend what Hitler did and justify it.
You know what?
Ain't no rabbi ever justified Adolf Hitler. What the fuck you smoking, boy?
Reciprocating? It's what's happening right now.
Guys, don't do sorcery in home, kids.
Well,
they're all reciprocating this conversation.
Don't come for my old she figure skates, okay? Don't come for her.
I ain't lying though. I'm not lying.
Making a valid point.
I'm not lying, man.
Offerings.
Put the link in the chat. You full of shit. You full of shit.
They would take animals and slit their throat and put them in the fire and shit and say, oh, this is for you guys.
That's called Burger King and McDonald's, Lucifer. It's still going on today.
Okay, so boom. You're still doing the Holocaust still exists. It never ended.
The Holocaust is now. You are cooking my brain.
Right, exactly. So the Holocaust is not negative. It's
good. Who we letting speak right now is crazy.
It's good.
Hey, but pick this out right. Who run the music? Hey, who run the music? Who run the
Diddy.
Hey, who run the music industry?
Diddy. Mariah Carey.
Hey, no, I'm talking behind the scenes. Like them Jewish people, right?
Beyonce and Jay-Z, I think.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Jews.
We talking about who putting them the money.
I'm talking about Beyonce.
The Federal Reserve.
Listen, I know you want to blame the Jews for everybody, but
That's
we
not
are
what
not
they're doing. He's just trying to trace to the root. We're trying to understand.
Well, and that's what I would know, but that's the question that I asked.
It's like you can't even get
a
to the
while
root
ago, but
because
all of these
motherfuckers start
unruly
complaining and
ass
crying.
men
You can't
don't
get
know
to
how
the
to
root
sit
because
the
it's
fuck back and let the fuck have a
Exactly. Something going
conversation.
on.
But that's what I was trying to ask before. How did we get here to where now it's this thing where people dislike Jewish people? How did we get here where
Because y'all always try to hide the truth.
No,
y'all always try to suppress the truth.
Can you go
Move on. They're talking about something else. Move on. Don't talk about the Jewish people.
Okay,
move on.
you just got here.
Move on. They're talking about something else. Don't talk about the Jewish people. Move on.
Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna ask my fucking question now.
Ask it. Hurry up. Get to the point.
Fucking question then. Don't ask your fucking question.
Right now, you're the only one I was running your dick suck.
This is so chaotic.
Always. Anyway, the question I was trying to ask was how did we get here to where Jews have, or this is a perception that Jews have all of the power and people dislike
You
them.
projecting it. That's why we're here now, because you a bunch of racist, bigot, low IQ, dingbat motherfuckers, conspiracy making, barbecue chicken eating, deep fried chicken licking, lying motherfuckers. You racist, bigoted motherfuckers.
Can somebody fucking moderate the room, please?
So
I boomed the room. Who boomed the room? They modded me by accident because they tried to kick me and I boomed it. Who boomed? Who boomed talking monkeys? Okay, this room's called Who Boomed Talking Monkeys. Who boomed talking monkeys? This room has ended. This room has ended. This room has ended. This room has ended. Welcome to comedy. Comedy, 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 comedy. Welcome to comedy. So somebody also boomed the comedy room that was happening earlier, which was very funny. But I'll take you to chillism. Oh, chillism. I can't get into chillism. It looks like I'm blocked.
Your breath. V, what you doing, V?
No, your breath and your girl breath. And when y'all be talking, y'all literally be talking shit. You talking, your girl talking, and y'all, you talking, and your girl talking. Listen, you talking to your girl.
Why is sex like a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken? Because after you're done with the breast and the thigh, the only thing left to do is stick your bone back in that greasy box.
All right. I need security to the dance floor. I need security to the dance floor. You know, big knee shot. Ooh, shit.
Who was talking like that, y'all? Adrian, dude?
Yeah, that's John.
Yeah.
Hey, big knees.
Funny with the money you got. Damn, it kicked me. Looks like a...
Hey, just hold. Never mind.
Doc is singing.
That was interesting.
Doc is a great singer.
We've had an interesting morning, GG. That's all I can say.
Oh my gosh.
Doc, what's your favorite song?
I don't think I really have one unless we're like vocally or non-vocally because my favorite song doesn't have vocals.
Vocally. What's your favorite song to sing?
For me to sing?
Yeah.
Like your karaoke song?
Probably Patience by Guns N' Roses.
Ooh, let's hear it.
A little patience.
This is so dark.
What is happening?
It's a whistle.
I shed a tear 'cause I'm missing you. I'm still alright to smile. Girl, I think about you every day now. There was a time when I wasn't sure. You kept my mind at ease. There is no doubt you're in my heart now. A sad woman, take it slow, and things will be just fine. And all we'll need is just a little patience. Something like that.
That was actually not bad.
Yeah. I'm with Stimmy on that one. Not bad.
Doc can actually really sing. I mean, he's sang for us for years. And he's really pretty good.
So, Edmund, what do you have going on today? Yes, Mr.
I don't know. I think
Mr. Kitover, what are you doing?
I'm trying.
Evil self and your clown houses.
I'm trying to get this 5'11" Portuguese chick to meet me down at the beach or at the tennis court, and then we're gonna get lunch.
Why don't you take her down to Why don't you take down to Lady Hawk? The Lady Hawk's not back in the water, is she?
Yeah, she's in the water. We might go there, but it's really cold and rainy out, so probably not. I don't even know if she's gonna text me back.
Then why would you go to the beach if it's cold and rainy out?
Well, why do you think? So we can make it warm and sticky.
You could always invite her on. Dude, the way you say it makes it sound icky.
I know. But I don't know. She's not texting me back. So, but if she, anyways, I'm probably just gonna go to the gym and get lunch. That's all I got to do today, and talk to a bunch of clowns.
Adrian, are we being recorded right now? Are we being streamed?
Dude,
I don't know.
The idea that everybody is worried about John as like recording us, you do realize that everything that we say on this app is being recorded, whether it's replays on or not.
I do.
Like, oh my goodness.
But it's not on YouTube.
He's caught
Are you
me.
sure about that?
He's caught me saying stuff that I am actually really glad that he got, because Clubhouse couldn't give me back the replays on it, and I thank him for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Like, if you're not saying anything controversial and you're boring, if you're on YouTube, and you're on my YouTube, you should just consider it like a compliment that I'm wasting my time recording you, because there's no reason to record boring people who actually say nothing.
Never, ever been a participant of scammovie.com.
I don't think I'm boring. I'm probably the highlight of all of
Never,
his
ever.
content with me.
Even though I was an executive producer, I was never involved.
I give Adrian his best content for sure. He catches me at my worst every time. It's quite funny that he caught me, and I am so glad he did, when I said, I'm not fucking calling her a doctor. She's not a goddamn doctor, and she's not my doctor. Mm-mm.
You talking about Jazzy?
Yeah, I said, she can go fuck herself. I'm not calling her a doctor. I haven't seen her. Where's she been?
I was in a room with her 3 days ago. I sent her $10 and told her all is forgiven, and I said, buy lunch on me.
Well, that was very nice.
Oh, wow, that's nice. That's good karma.
They're always sending money to each other back and forth.
Yeah, because Adrian, you sent me so fucking much money.
Well, I will if we ever get a deal with Netflix.
honestly, I would say pay me 10% and give the 90% of what you would pay me to. I don't know, a couple veterans organizations for sure.
And then please stop sending me money. I mean, those pictures were for free. I just sent them to you because I like you.
I'll refund you the money and tell Dr. Adams to stop sending me pictures as well. Thank you very little.
Yeah, because, dude, I've seen Dr. Adams. It's not impressive. I don't want to see it anymore either. I'm coming out with a new vodka this summer. It's called Dr. Adams.
Call it Big Backs. Adam is always
He
funny.
is so funny. I gotta admit, he can be very funny.
He is extremely funny. I mean, when I had to walk him through getting up, leaving his car to go get his dogs out of the house during the fires, I was dying, and I didn't want to be rude. I'm like, come on, Adam, we got this. Get up there.
If I was ever gonna start an alcohol company, Beth, I would definitely call it Greasy Net Fatback.
I'll tell you what, that guy is one of the harmless people you would ever run into, along with David. They are so harmless that...
David Bobadilla?
Yes.
He's a little obtuse on some levels.
He's a pretty good troll.
Yeah, he's pretty decent. I mean, he's been known to be like push a button kind of guy.
But he's harmless. There's no ill in that.
You know, people call me a troll all the time, like they think it's demeaning, but I just think that every human is a troll and there's a troll index. And so I'm high on the troll index is what people are telling me. And, you know, I would prefer that most people were higher on the index.
Well, the thing is, I know right now, like if I kicked you out of the room, you'd probably laugh.
I think the fun part is I can pick him out in any room.
Edmund? Oh, good God. This is a unique voice as fuck. Like, he sounds like, you know, Marcus Aurelius with his balls cut off. Like he was Harvey Weinstein or something.
Oh, that wasn't very nice.
Well, he didn't get his balls cut off. He got gangrene. That's why he lost his balls.
I got gout in my testes.
That's some really bad uric acid buildup.
You probably have microplastics in there.
They say if you drink 100 bottles of water, you get half a pound of plastic in your system.
Hey, Doc, I'm curious, man. Did you serve in the military, sir?
For about a minute.
Fleming, how are ya? Another good.
Why do you ask?
No, because my dad, because Doc, man, because my dad served in the Army, man. So
likewise,
I know that term, man.
So
yeah,
you think that Doc
I was a combat medic. Yeah.
You think that Doc might be that? Is that what you're trying to do?
Hey, shout out to you guys, man. You know, thank you for the service.
If you really want to know me, man, if you really
want to hear that, but you know, for my family that served in the military, my cousin served in the Marines. They were jarheads. My dad served in the Army. I never had anybody serving in the chair force, man. But shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah, I mean, I joined the Army when I was 30, and Beth, I don't know if you know Jimmy Adams, you know, and Tammy and Aunt Trudy and all them from the other title company from the other side of my family. But Jimmy's son, he's shipping out on March 6th in like 3 weeks. He just joined the Navy as a Navy corpsman at the same age as me. And he's literally following the same footsteps as like me and my dad and like my granddad, his great granddad, and like, you know, like our whole family. Like, I'm so proud of this kid. Like, he's been a behavioral health specialist. what's that company that he used to work for? Duran or Doral? Not Duran. Yeah, Duran. The children's center up there in Vieira. Devan. What's that place, Beth? Where the kids that are like taken away from the parents that end up going to Devereaux. No, it was Devereaux. But he was a behavioral health specialist for them for 10 years before he ever ended up, joining the military. So, yeah, he's going to end up being, I'm so excited for the future. We got rid of Biden and we got kids stepping up to be fucking real people again.
Doc, if you don't mind, man, I have my cousin Stacy. She's Navy. She tried to get me into the service, and Army won't take me because of the fact that I'm too old, man. I turned 43.
You got cut off by 1 year.
I'm sorry, 1982, man.
No, you got cut off. You were born in 82?
Yeah, man. I'm cut off, bro.
Well, I mean, you could. When I went through basic training at 30, they let people at 42 years old that had never been in the service go through basic training, and so I had 42-year-olds that I went through basic training with. So, I mean, you only cut yourself off by 1 year. So you drug your fucking knuckles.
Yeah, I mean, it's a teeter-totter, man, because it's like I want to join because my dad was a serviceman in Vietnam, man. So
Let's talk about the rebirth of Jesus tomorrow. I mean, let's stop talking about my service and service. People will get turned off by it. Because I could sit here and talk about hurting people or saving people, but people don't like hearing it. But dude, I almost want fucking Adrian to fucking put on some Alan Watts and fucking play some shit for 20 seconds. Fuck. Hey, Kyle.
It's very rare that you open a room. I've never seen you open a room, Doc. This is the first time I've ever seen you open a room.
What? You don't think people enjoy my conversation when I'm not yelling at people and nobody else is yelling in the room? And if you yell, I'm gonna kick you out?
No, of course not. I'm just saying I've never seen you open a room in years of this app. This is the first time I've ever gone into a room where you have a green bean and it's a room you created. Just saying. It's an observation.
I didn't create it. I inherited it.
Then I stand corrected.
Well, Beth, dear, did you get my text message? I'm just confirming that I have your digits right.
I haven't looked at my text messages, but I'll look. But I want to ask you guys, since it is right now almost all men, is it weird to put on your dating app that you will supply sex if they paint your house?
Girl, I've been trying to come over and change your light bulbs for I don't know how long.
And with her, I saw a triangle face, and I just imagined
Beth, you know between you and me, that's a joke.
Or some shit like that.
How many people usually don't get on that Facebook dating thing?
But she was smart though. Hey, look,
on there.
I'm not. I was just
ready to
talking
rip
shit.
off your head, right?
Supply and payment
That Satan cast
for
words upon his
you
just ready to
doing manly jobs around my house.
Yeah, you should really defend it if you think she's misinterpreted.
Assalamu alaikum.
Her assignment.
Can I get a malaikum assalam?
Walaikum assalam. What up, John?
Shukran Habibdi, Alamak Habibdi.
I think I'm the only one who ever watches your YouTube occasionally.
I do as well sometimes. It's hilarious.
You've never been hit with a cat of 9 tails? Well, I mean, I know that cat tails are one of the most edible, well-growing foods that we can find, but yeah, I don't know. That is not a cat of 9 tails.
So, what is the abrogation of peace?
Have you ever been whipped? No.
1 Samuel 15:3.
Oh, is he like running to the Bible now? He's just like, okay, no. And I've had enough.
He asked what was the abrogation of peace. What was it? It's 2 Samuel 15:3. 1 Samuel, one of them. Killed the Amalekites, the women, the children, the babies, the goats, the cows, the birds, kill them all. That's how you abrogate peace.
Stories also in your Quran. So please don't
Is that
complain.
also an argument to defend your position, or are you just evading?
No, he said, how do you abrogate peace? And I'm telling him, if you turn to 1 Samuel 15:3, it explains that.
You don't understand. I'm a comedian, and that's a trick question. You just abrogated the peace. Because you can only abrogate peace now, dummy.
Yeah, I'm an atheist, so you can't refer to my book, so I mean,
So yeah, since nobody's talking, Ahmed Jalad, look up his academia.edu page, and he has a bunch of different works, but look up these Safavidic inscriptions. But what's really interesting is he found that the whole like Arabic language gets standardized, and this cursive type of Arabic shows up, which requires people to be writing on paper. You know, it means that they've changed from rock inscription to actual paper, because that's the only reason you would need cursive. And you find this happening all over Arabia. So the whole Arabic language gets like standardized in the 500s around about, which is like before Muhammad. And they still haven't figured out like who is this mystery figure who went and conquered the region and standardized the Arabic, because it had to be like a nationalist movement where everybody was somehow united under a common leader. Oh, he left the room. So, okay, I didn't even notice he left.
Yeah, man, what a retard.
I mean, don't you think it's true that you can only abrogate peace now? Because now is all important, and now is all there really is, and these words are taking us on a hypnosis time machine. And Dr. Simon, I do have a book about atheism. It's a book about nothing, and it's very boring.
Well, atheism doesn't describe any sort of ideas, so I mean, I could understand that you have a book about nothing.
How's everybody doing today? How you been, Snow?
I've been good. Jane, how have you been?
Pretty good. Has DL had any rooms lately?
He did have one the other day, but I was at work, so I just joined for like a minute. I wish you would have more rooms, honestly.
I know. I always I try to check on here periodically if he has any rooms going, and every time I check, there's nothing, and I'm sorry I missed it. That sucks.
Yeah. It was more fun when more people were on before.
Yeah, I wish they would try other apps besides TikTok, like maybe X or something, because like the apologetics groups, like sort of, I don't know, the people that do that open rooms on X, I mean,
it's basically kids, you know? And so they really, really need people that are real skilled, you know, theologians like DL to get on there and, you know, teach people.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just not going to get on TikTok. I just refuse. It's not.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. And it's sad because I really miss them. They're like the best at what they do, man.
Is Danny still on TikTok or around at all? Danny Davis? Okay, because I haven't seen him in a long time. If I don't talk for a while and someone talks to me, I'm in my backyard. Just FYI.
Yeah, Alex. So everyone in the room is like a Christian?
No, Phonics isn't Christian, and I don't think comedian there is Christian. I don't know about Sarah.
That's not true. I'm a baptized Christian. Why? What do you want to know about the good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the King of the universe and Redeemer of all of mankind, Dr. Simon?
Can in that voice, can you just like do a John Travolta impression? Just say, "Oh my God." No.
Oh my God!
Say something like, "I don't want to get out of the closet."
I don't want to get out of the closet.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's basically John Travolta. Oh my God, is John Travolta in the class?
Oh my God!
What are you, Simon? Hello? Is this working?
Yeah. Sorry, I was actually just about to create a new room. I'm an atheist. Cultural Catholic, but you know, found my way out.
Which objectively turned you into a huge fag, Simon. Huge fag.
So, Simon, how do you think that's going to work out for you long term, culturally, socially?
I mean, it's not that bad, right?
Yeah, by no means am I living like a bad life. So I'm gonna continue living an amazing life.
Comedian, you have to understand. Like in Europe, it's basically like they're already lost. You know, it's.
No, he's just admitting that he's a stupid, boring person who doesn't like books, scripts, texts, manuals, playwrights. He's just a loser. He's a schmuck. The guy's as boring as a soup made of salt. He's an idiot. Exactly, he's the most boring human you've ever met. This is his problem. And that's why I was asking him whether or not, being an atheist and not liking books is going to be a good long-term solution for him. I mean, imagine not wanting to put books inside your brain. You just want to come here and talk about objectivity and subjectivity all day long for Ayn Rand because he's boring. He's fucking boring.
Comedian, he's perfectly primed to become a staunch Muslim in when Europe ultimately becomes, a Sharia state in 10 years.
No, he's so boring. He's just gonna let himself get killed, and he'd be like, it was objectively fated. I don't understand this. Oh well, bye everybody. My life was so boring anyways. Take care now. I've lived a great life, but I guess it was my destiny. Oh, I don't even believe in destiny. I believe in nothing. I don't even use words anymore or read books. I'm gonna go create a new room about Ayn Rand and jerk off to Ayn Rand. Oh, the blessed Ayn Rand. Oh, I'm feeling objectively subjective. I'm gonna bust a nut to Ayn Rand. Pop!
I mean, if you think about it, jerking off is a subjective experience, so that goes against objective.
No, it's objectively experienced. What are you talking? You're grabbing your biggest object, you're jerking it, and then you're subjectively thinking about something that doesn't exist, and then you objectively excrete ejaculate.
That's objective.
No, that's subjectively objective.
It's something excretes from your body subjectively.
That's objective.
Oh, okay, so it is objective.
It's ejaculate, but ejaculate is subjective. And if you don't know the difference between subject and object, and you think it's the all or nothing conversation, you're a schmuck. And that's what you are. I am complete.
I wasn't really the one bringing that topic up. But...
Oh, this is your roast, Dr. Simon. I'm a comedian. I came here to make fun of people. Sorry for being cruel about how boring you are.
I mean, he's a little bit funny, Simon. You have to admit that.
Really. Honestly, it's because it's not funny if this is how you act for years at a time, and then if you see like the shit.
You're projecting.
I mean, it's more.
You're projecting.
No, not really. I mean, I'm objectively assessing how you act all the time. And you come into rooms and you just scream about the same shit over and over again.
I just like making fun of boring people that are worthy of being roasted. It's just my shtick. But, again, you're projecting and you're actually describing yourself to a T.
Really? So I just scream at people about absolutely nothing?
No, you're saying that I'm very consistent in my screaming, and I'm saying you're consistent in being boring and stupid.
Okay, I don't see how that's me projecting.
Alrighty, well, I guess I'll close up.
Sounds good. I'll open a room.
That would join this room is Mehdi.
Assalamu alaikum! This is me, Phoenix, and my new account.
No names. So no names. So somebody did.
Funny with the money, or you got me mistaken, honey.
first ones that stood out to me was the War Raiders versus the New Day. Who do you?
Because like what boxes are sort of
background theories, yeah. So there's a bunch of background theories that go into like when normal people report like the genders of people around them.
It's not background theories, it's the definition of words, it's conceptual analysis.
Definitions of words?
Yeah, a fucking woman isn't a fucking box.
The definition of a box is that it has no gender?
Bill Burr in your voice.
The definition of a box.
Yeah, I do love Bill Burr. Because he said something so fucking silly that it's insane.
Yes. The definition of a woman is that one of the things is that it doesn't have the property of being a fucking
What's
box.
the definition of a box?
Typically it's like a square container that can hold things.
That's a description. I'm asking for the definition, not typically.
You think that
true in all cases.
You think that I can give you a list of all of the properties that are gonna I don't believe in necessary special conditions.
Well then how are you gonna say it doesn't have a gender?
Because I just know that that's not one of its properties.
That's the background theory.
And he's talking to the audience, and he's just like, he's talking, I mean, like, he's just like, I'm probably gonna kill it, but he's like, big basements scare me, and definitely here I've noticed you guys have a lot of, big attics, and frankly, it's quite scary. And frankly, it's quite scary.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, but I guess.
Yeah, we got it. It's just.
It is a shape in which every point is equidistant from its center. That's the definition.
What's a point?
Now you're gonna go down the route of what the definitions are.
Yeah, exactly.
That's entirely different. That's an entirely different question. Now you're saying, well, how can we even have definitions? Because everything requires its own definition. That's not the issue. You should just give me a definition of a box. And the reason you don't want to give a definition of the box is specifically because it's part of most attempts at a definition, they're not going to say it has no gender. You're just going to undermine your skepticism. You have to have a background theory of boxes. Your background knowledge on boxes, brah.
This is not like an empirical claim where I'm like, I found out in the world that the boxes don't have genders. No, it's just like part of my concept of boxes that they're not the sorts of...
Part of your background theory of boxes? Okay, now you agree with me, finally. So now that you finally agree with me,
no, I don't agree with
there's not that's not going to be or it's going to be part of your background knowledge on boxes, that they don't have genders, right? It's not going to be there for when we talk about God. I don't have a background theory on gods. I don't have experiences with gods. The concept I have about gods is entirely theoretical.
Okay.
What am I looking at here?
This is dumb.
A being tells you, I have a property.
No, a book.
I go, I now believe the being who told me they have a property. Now you can then further ask, why should I believe this being? Okay, sure. But it's like a totally reasonable thing for, why do you know X? Oh, because a person told me that. That's like a pretty good
thing. No. Why isn't that true for the box? Then why isn't it true for the box?
Special magic sauce that makes it so you're justified too when he's...
It's not a special magic sauce. It's literally not a special magic sauce.
Don't do that.
That was a good answer. I reject that answer now. I'm just kidding.
It's just a normal account of things. If someone says,
no, hey,
I have blue eyes, I believe them that they say they have blue eyes.
Why would you believe them? Why would you believe them? Maybe it's because you think, in my background, I know people can have blue eyes. This person in particular has no reason to lie or whatever. There's a bunch of background information that goes, it's not like a mere, you said it, therefore I believe it.
Can somebody ask Soccer if his background information could ever be wrong? Such that he gets new information and changes his ideas of things? Is that possible?
I don't think that I could be certain. If God tells me, hey, I'm a man, I don't think that gives me certainty, but I think it gives me evidence such that I have a justification.
What's the evidence?
The fact that the person told me it.
Do you know what an explanans and an explanandum is?
Yeah.
Okay, the thing to be explained is someone told you that they have, or that God told you that he's a man, right? That's the thing to be explained. So saying, he told me, that's circular.
No, the thing that you're trying to explain is, why do you know X? And then what you're trying to do, you say, I'm giving an account of how I know it, and it's the person who told me it.
That's right. Yeah, the thing that he explains, how do you know what this person told you is correct? Oh, because he told you.
Okay, I'm not saying I am certain the person who told me is correct, but it is evidence. Like, in general, I have a prior on when agents tell me things about themselves, it's probably the case that they are, like, telling the truth. Because I have, like, lots of experience with agents telling me.
By the way, I have a 12-foot penis. Do you believe I have a 12-foot penis?
I didn't say every single time when someone...
Well, yeah, what's going to make this claim different?
Because the vast majority of cases, a person tells you something, it's like reasonably good evidence that it's true.
Oh, so like when an unbodied mind tells you that they're man, it's not like outside the realm of like reasonable?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. That's normal. The unbodied minds just tell you, it's crazy.
Listen, if
what other unbodied minds have told you about their gender?
It's true that if I only have one experience of dealing with this mind, it's like I could be wrong in the sense that like if I had a bunch of experience with different disembodied minds telling me things, I'd have like a better justification for my probability assessment of like how accurate they tend to be. But if I just have literally one example of a disembodied mind telling me something, I'm going to use the prior on how often when people tell me things about themselves are they correct. And like I would say the vast majority of people, when I say, hey Mark, what's your name? Hey Mark, where are you from? Like I would say 99%.
Hey Mark, are you an unbodied mind?
If you said hey Mark, you already knew his name.
Yeah, sure. And that's true. That's a good point.
I was using a detective array.
The point is we have like background information for a bunch of like shit. We don't have background information about everything we have about God, like in his background information. The thing that's we're trying to justify, right? So appealing to that again is just going to be silly.
I'm just appealing to my background. How reliable when people tell you things?
What? How is your background information going to justify an unbodied mind telling you what its gender is?
Because I mean, the reference class that I'm looking at is agents telling me things. That's their
and I told you I have a 12-foot penis.
Yes, you were. That is one data point amongst the like billions.
Yeah. So why would you disagree with, or why would you doubt me?
I mean, because I have a prior that people don't have fucking. Humans don't have 12-foot dicks. I have.
So
that contradicts it. I don't have any
information. Okay, so then how about this? An unbodied mind, someone without a body tells you what their gender is.
I don't have specific.
Okay, how about this? You know how you find out that God is a man? You read the words that people have written, right? There's a lot of lies in books. Where's the issue here?
Gentlemen, can I talk?
I'm not talking about the.
You know what? I do have to go to Costco. You can talk.
You've been in the parking lot before.
Yeah, I've been in the fucking parking lot, an ass.
Listen, if God tells me, hey, I'm a man, I'm going to say, oh, it's probably true. Now, if God starts saying, I'm both a man and not a man,
it's probably true, because that's your one data.
I'll be like, oh, I have a background belief that contradictions are not likely to be true, and I won't believe that he's both a man and not a man simultaneously. Now, if God starts saying lots of wild shit to me, like, hey, Sam, you have a tail on your nose, and your eyeballs are made out of roses, I'm not going to believe those things, because I have, like, information about the world that contradicts that. But I have zero information about what God is like and his properties. I'm going to go on the prior on when agents have told me something, how likely has that been true?
Well, I think God is not a
standard for like wild shit that he can be told.
San, I would like to know what you were trying to say, bud. Well, I don't think God is not a singular being or mind, but he may be in a state of constant change in the universe.
Good point. But Sam, how do you know, like you said, if God starts telling me a bunch of wild shit, then I'm not going to believe him anymore? Like, what's the reference class for that? Like, what? You don't have any background knowledge about immature.
Well, by wild shit, I mean like wild shit about myself, like things that I can directly observe. Like, Sam, you don't have.
Well, there are many things that being existed.
But I mean, about things about
maybe you don't have hands, and wouldn't God be the one to know?
Well, I mean, I would just weigh the. I just had like really strong evidence that I do have hands, and so all of these other hypotheses would just like kind of lose to it. But
yeah, but if God and he's telling you, "I am God, and I am a man, and I know everything," and you're like, "Okay, all right," and he's like, "And you don't have hands then, even though it seems like you do, you don't." You're like, "No, I do."
I have some probability that the person I'm talking to isn't God, and I like would have to then update against that when they tell me I don't have hands. I mean,
why didn't you believe them in the first place? I don't understand.
Why didn't I believe God in the first place?
Why did you believe?
You're getting bootstrapped right now.
This is not something they were over talking you. I'm so sorry to make you say it again.
I'm saying, why did you ever believe it was God in the first place?
Because, I mean, if they're saying, I'm hearing a voice that sounds like really, really compelling that...
Yeah, so you just hear a voice and it tells you it's God.
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be enough for me, but...
Well, there is no logical explanation.
I mean, there could be things that God could say into my ear that would make me believe it's God, but I guess it's true that if I just heard a voice that said, I'm God, that wouldn't be enough for me to then believe it's God, because there's all sorts of other hypotheses of, like, it's a demon, I'm schizophrenic, I misremembered, I'm hearing someone in the other room and I don't get it. It's like, just God saying I'm God.
Well, what does it have to do? Does it have to start, like, making predictions about observations you've yet to make or something like that?
So you could just tell you just start telling you things about what it is that you hummed it to yourself this morning and what you had for breakfast in your private.
And that would be enough.
You know, yeah, all this other bullfish in the past. You could just find...
So no, like I think, or maybe it's just because I'm poor.
Isn't it considered a recession when you're?
It's the classical definition was like at least two quarters negative.
Yeah, 2 quarters. That's right.
Yeah.
So, I had to get one of my wisdom teeth pulled, and it was like half in, half out. A little piece of it was like rotting all the way in the back, so it was under the gum, and so it sucked. So anyway, I intentionally made an appointment. I called this office. It was not to be.
Hey, good Shabbos, everybody. It's me, your friend comedian.
I'm a whoop you. You need to be sleep.
Shit, man, bro, I got 3 hours of sleep out of all this shit yesterday. After y'all got off, nigga, I was out here in my car, down there until the sun came up. I dozed off at 7 and woke back up at shit 9.
Happy Ishtarte! May the goddess of fertility come to your loins in an exquisite ejaculate explosion.
That's a fucking great PTR.
I got other ones. Let me show you other ones I made on Grok today.
How has she reacted?
He didn't say anything. No response.
Yeah. He's an interesting fellow, I guess.
He cleans out fucking... he's a house cleaner. He cleans houses for a living.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on, he's on this app. He doesn't create a product. If he was smart, he'd have a YouTube channel up and he would be having thousands of subscribers, but he's a schmuck.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'm a little more generous than you.
You might be.
Yeah, I think I am. I don't do shit. I don't do jack all. But I'm going to have to soon. My money is running out, man.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? What kind of interests do you have?
I think I might start an irrigation business because I spent late last fall installing irrigation on my big-ass property. I did it all wrong, but it was the hardest thing I've ever done, learning about it. I did a super deep dive. So I think I can do it. And it's hard to find good irrigation people here.
Steven probably knows some stuff about irrigation. Steven's a farmer.
No, I mean
different
like
Steven.
home sprinkler systems. That's what I mean, irrigation.
Oh, I thought you meant like actual farming irrigation.
I should be more specific. You're also right when someone uses that term. But there's good money in it because I don't know, man. You can like people like pay through the teeth. Not that I would rip them off, even if I could, but I would do. Because man does not live on bread alone. I guess the adage goes.
So you want to start a landscaping and landscape design company?
Yeah, I would do good work for decent money, and you're right. You join a landscape company or a construction company, and then the ground is easy to work with. But so that's one of my ideas. Also, I want to start producing some stuff and trying to sell it on Etsy. See if that works. I've got a whole plan for that. Multiple streams of income, stuff that I enjoy doing. But of course, this is all idea now. I just got to fucking execute, which I'll get there. I just have to have the external pressure, which running out of money is a great external pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, they say more money has been made with no money than money has been made with money.
Say that again. Sorry.
More money has been made with no money than money has been made with money.
Oh, I would disagree. I would say more value has been made with no money.
Yeah.
Or more money has been made with money.
Yeah, that's probably a good point, but you understand my point when I say, I'm confirming what you just said, that necessity or desperation is the mother of creation.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely, for sure. And then it's also a great source of meaning too.
What up, Doc? Doc was singing a song earlier, and it was actually very impressive. It was so impressive that I'm pretty sure that if he had like 10 songs and he was at like a Starbucks or a Potbelly sandwich shop, he would have he could have a bunch of sandwich eaters in tears.
Hilarious. Hey, dude, I'm sorry to do this. My family just got home, and I don't.
Okay, have a great day.
God
bless. Let me help you end that quickly, Dr. Sasha.
Of money. This was the amount of money, and then if you do relative compared to 5 years, well, it's more money. Okay, but does that take into account?
Yeah, Doc. Honestly, I think we should do ChatGPT songs and have you sing some songs and like record them and put them on YouTube. It'd be worth the time.
That amount is
because you do have a good singing voice. It sounds
registered into the consensus. So
it sounds.
That's not a very good metric because.
How would you describe like Green Day or Nirvana, like mythic or archetypal? I guess that's what I'm saying.
So I think let's kind of resolve this issue. I think maybe this would be this, maybe you don't. Maybe I can't find where the starts.
The Quran was being taught. It's like a trustworthy version.
Oh, nobody even cares. If faith is a lie, Israelites are dead. Nobody even cares. What do we do?
Oh, that's crazy what you said.
Well, I had two bothering me, and I said, if I have four, just pull all four of them out.
No, the thing is, it's like, for instance, if they remove one at the bottom, they also got to remove the top one. So that way it could be like even. Because your teeth need to rest on something so it doesn't deform your mouth.
Hey everybody, this is Comedian Moderators. Put me in the queue of this very interesting and exciting conversation. Thank you very little.
It's
Adams is back. Hey, Adams.
Comedian, you're next on the queue.
That's Edna.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yo, comedian, why do you have Andrew's PTR?
Because Andrew has to be a saint, right? Otherwise he's crazy for wasting all his time talking, correct? Am I correct?
Well, apparently there's a new rule in this room. You can't have PTRs of other people that are in your community.
So, oh really? It's not considered artwork? He's a public persona.
I know. Anyways. I guess it's kind of a warning. Take the PTR off. I don't know.
Wow. Okay, I'll change it. Please hold.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm unboxing this new begonia that came, and I thought I'd say you can always tell a woman's touch. I could tell when I get it from a female seller versus a male seller. This is definitely a female seller. There's like pink tape all on the outside of the box. There's these beautiful stamps on the outside. This package is excited to see you. I'm home. You grow, girl. Like, all these. So,
You know what I don't get? I don't get plant people.
oh, trust me. Listen, as one of them, I don't either. And they're nuts. I mean,
Yeah, I know, Brian.
Yo, that was
Do you know what a Venus flytrap is?
Like I only have like one plant, and it's my wife who bought it. It's the big leafy thing. We have that in our fireplace, and I look at it sometime, and I'm like, this shit is so fucking ugly. It makes our house
A
like
big leafy thing.
yeah, it's the leafy one. It's called. I forgot what it
makes our house
At
ugly.
least fucking big, and it's like 8 foot fucking tall, and the leaves they look like tobacco leaf. I don't know what it's called.
You know, they say in the Adam and Eve story that Eve was so stupid she didn't realize she got evicted from the Garden of Eden. Only Adam really knew the truth. Explain that, reverse
there you go. That's a good topic.
engineer.
Has anybody heard the arguments that the Adam and Eve story happened in Africa? Has anybody heard that?
Yeah.
You ever hear the stupid theory that white people came out of black people and everybody's actually African?
Yeah, it's called
They are called fido leaf.
Oh, the plant's called fido.
Yeah, the plant's called fido leaf. Yeah, King said that yesterday. Adam and Eve happened in Africa. So.
I think it was the Euphrates Nile Delta Valley.
Some of these people spew the stupidest shit. I heard Samoa say something so stupid. Where is he? There he is.
What did he say?
Speak your mind, Don. Speak your mind.
What did he say, Don?
But I caution you, Don. I caution you. I don't hold your grudge.
Don't threaten the lady. Don't threaten the lady.
Touch me and you'll see what happens, Don.
Oh, too soon, Samoa.
My hand is in my purse. No, he said something like, he said, I was like, Samoa, but then he couldn't back up. Like, Samoa will die on the hill, and he won't back up and say, no, you know what, I'm going to change what I said because I was wrong. He dies on the hill, okay? Because he wasn't wrong.
And he ain't no Jesus Christ. He's a stupid person.
No, he said, you can't have a soul. You don't have a soul till God gives it to you, until you've accepted God. I'm like, no, because people, your soul burns in hell for eternity.
Here we go. I thought you were saying Samoa was stupid. Now you're stupid too.
What can I do with that, Miss Lopez?
Yeah.
But what if you don't believe in God? Do you have a soul?
It's a word, stupid. It's a concept, like the universe or the sun. El Sol, the sun. That's what it means.
Yeah, Don, you should read Matthew, Mark, and Luke about people who trade their soul, because it was given to them while they were born, when they were born inherently. They trade their soul for the world.
Yes.
Then they learn the magic word and they say Fushta.
It's a very popular take. So, do you think that Matthew
the prodigal son has returned
and Luke were written by the same people?
Daddy, I'm sorry, Daddy.
I do.
All right, that's cool.
I'm sorry, Daddy. Sorry, Daddy.
I've been on Discord for a while on the politics server, and I've never heard anybody say that until I came on here.
Jesus Christ.
So what? I said pause. But when it came on Clubhouse, I took the argument from a couple people. which I never thought was a popular thing.
Nathan made that argument like 2 weeks ago, or a week ago.
Nathan has a traumatic brain injury, and he's retarded.
Like I think the argument is that because these stories were floating around, people were able to kind of create stories around their stories.
That's correct. Yes, that's always what I've known it to be.
Welcome back to another episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing and wasting all of our time.
But I think for Don, I think Don, for you, I think people need to understand that there's 457 denominations for a reason, and when it comes to the actual soul, the soul is a gift that's given from God inherently. And when you're born, you have God, God, and that's at that first 8 years or 7 years of your life before accountability. God is holding you in His grace. So God is in possession of your soul at this very moment.
Wow.
Until accountability, and then you're given the choice to either stay with God's plan or move forward.
They're so good at.
So what you're saying is God is a pedophile?
Everywhere they are, a majority of the people living outside Afghanistan are Hazaras, yeah? And because of this, everyone think that they, all Afghans look like them. So when I tell people I'm Afghan, they're like, you're lying, you're bullshitting. I'm like, no, I'm Afghan, you just haven't seen the real Afghans. You've just seen the ones that look like Ruba's PTR,
I'm freaking dead.
Hey, these are your girlfriends. I'll talk to you later, dude.
That's his picture, and that's Ludwig's picture in my...
I don't know. Sometimes I'm a blonde.
No, Wednesday, it's not.
Bitcoin would be a lot more tougher to get liquid for cash. Like if you're trying to get cash, a wire is different. Gold will get you much more liquid faster.
Do you
can sell your Bitcoin instantly
for something to be liquid?
Yeah, instantly sellable.
Instantly sellable without price slippage, right?
Yeah, so Bitcoin wins that every time.
Not a chance, dude. You dump 500 coins out there, you can actually move the market. You know how much gold? You know how much gold you have to move the spot price?
Okay, but here's your thing, Dave. It's going to be very tough for you to sell 500 kilograms of gold.
Is moving the spot price determined?
No, it's not.
If you have a physical 500 kilograms of gold...
That is literally what liquidity is, John. Liquidity is the ability to sell large amounts without driving the price down.
Okay, in that sense,
1,000%. The price drops down, it makes it illiquid?
Yes. That's what liquidity means. How much liquidity is there to back it? How deep is the order book? That's what liquidity is.
Well, that's not the only aspect of liquidity. The other thing is how quickly you can do it.
Exactly.
You come in different locations and scenarios. So, like, if you're walking around somewhere with, a large amount of physical gold, it has poor liquidity because you might have the security risks associated with how are you practically going to liquidate it. And, it's a physical object. And so going to price slippage, let's say it's not stamped, it's not official, and you're in some other country. You just have melted down chunks of gold.
You can't sell gold.
Have you ever sold gold? Like, you call a place, you tell them you have 20 kilograms, you agree on a price, the deal is done. Now they verify it before you close a deal. But the liquidity is there before you prove it.
How do they verify?
Liquidity. Closing is part of the liquidity process.
No, liquidity is how deep is how much are you able to extract in value? So that is not liquidity. That's the ability to liquidate something. Maybe you could, I don't know. But liquidity is how much liquidity is there to buy this stuff.
Okay, well then if you want to get, say you're making it super formal, what is your unit of liquidity, right? Are you measuring your liquidity in dollars? Because only Bitcoin has 21 million Bitcoin of liquidity.
The other thing is, Dave, if you wanted to sell $5,000 worth of gold right now, how long would it take you to actually get the money and do the transaction? With Bitcoin, it happens right away. When somebody comes to your house and picks up the gold,
Yeah,
I can go. First of all, so
transaction.
I can go to any bank in Canada and sell them my gold instantly.
Wait,
On
you could
Saturday?
do that at midnight? You could go to a bank at midnight and sell them gold?
No, they're not. Obviously, they're not open at night.
Got it.
Anyway, we can pause this argument just for a second. Dave,
That's not what liquidity means.
I know you're getting irritated, but you're beginning to sound like Fish, where it's just like it's like super irritated relative to the actual underlying subject.
You're talking to John and fucking Dan. You can't just yell at them like you yell at Grace all the time, okay?
Here we go. Yeah. This isn't personal, but you always interrupt me.
Sorry, go ahead, Andrew, or go ahead, Dave.
Liquidity is not like how far you have to travel to sell something.
Alright, so can I be the arbiter here? Dave's like 1,047% right. I don't know why you guys are arguing. This is so stupid. This is so stupid.
I think like the way I phrased it was,
Like I could just describe security risk.
if I have $5 million of Bitcoin and $5 million of like gold bars, it would be easier for me to be liquid like instantly with the Bitcoin, right? Now, obviously, the gold order book on a global scale is much larger, but like an individual, it would obviously just be a little bit easier.
That doesn't make it more liquid. That makes it more transactable, right? That's like the transactability and the verification components of it. But that's not actually liquidity. Liquidity is a market function. It's a function of how many participants are in the market to be able to absorb or, sell into. It's like that. That's just what it is. That's what liquidity is.
But you're gonna lose 2.5% on 10 kilograms of gold anywhere. No one's paying you anywhere close to spot. Like you're not getting it anywhere.
But
Bitcoin,
the original question came from Dan or John being a little surprised that like diamonds are less liquid than gold. And they're actually like, you can actually see in the liquidity because you're going to get screwed more on selling a diamond than you are on selling gold.
100%. Yeah, diamonds is very tough to make liquid.
Michael, I'm working on that date, man. But she's coming in from out of town. So, like, what time are you leaving Friday? Are you around on Friday?
Yeah, I
or you have to be there on Friday.
On Friday. I don't know for sure what time.
So let me figure out when she's bouncing on Friday, and I might be able to make something happen on Friday.
John, has my trolling got better since I moved to Toronto?
It's definitely on an uptick. Like I was encouraged by that last comment. I was like, okay, that was pretty good. But it's like the thing is, there's this game in 94, 95 where Michael comes back, and he's not quite himself. But he hits the game winner against Atlanta. But when the ball leaves his hand, I remember this very vividly. I was like, oh, that's not going in. Oh, that's not going in. Oh, that's not going in. And then it catches the back of the rim, swirls around, and goes in. And then Michael goes to half court, and he knocks on the middle of the logo. It feels like you're in that version of yourself right now. Like you're not fully back, but it's still in there. It's still in there. It's just a function of some reps. You just need to get some reps in, right? That's all. That's what I mean.
I had to fucking dunk on my friend, though.
Yeah, I know. You have to dunk on your friend for practice. Yeah, I know. All right, guys. Dad's done being lazy. Let's go have fun. I know, but it's just a good
All right, so what I was thinking liquidity is, you got...
On feminine women. And if they decide we're not going to allow you men to impregnate us anymore, we are going to close our legs to you, and we're not going to allow you to impregnate. Example, this is the divine feminine that have had it up to here. They're sick and tired of the way that the earth...
A lot of fascist.
Yeah. It's the same. Like it would be like you trying to force me, Jay, to take sides between Pakistan and India. Like I honestly don't give a shit. Like they,
Yes,
so,
it is same with me also.
Yeah.
But they are trying to.
Yeah, I understand, and it's not okay. I think you shouldn't have to be invested in a conflict that you have no interest in.
Or sometimes they say we are the protectors of women from the patriarchy, but why they are so silent in Syria, where the 1,000 women have been stripped away by Mr. Jolani, who is in power. They are not against them, and why they are not? We say that we will die for the feminists. That they are not doing anything.
My God.
Tricky subject. I mean, personally, if I were a woman, I wouldn't want to go to either Syria or India. To be fair, but
Syria used to be good. Syria used to be very secure.
Yeah. Where? In Syria?
Sudan, everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Back in the day, Afghanistan as well. Back in the day, like 1 year ago.
Not 1 year ago. But no, they should fight for their rights. The main aim of the left.
He kicked me. Simon kicked me. Confirmed. Boring and stupid. Boring and stupid.
Different than what we have in society today. Again, the only difference is the ability to withdraw consent.
That's crazy. It's the exact same thing.
No, it's literally not. It's literally the biggest element is the withdrawal from consent. It's very close, but you have the ability to withdraw consent. You're not subject to be perpetually and forever tied into a contract.
Yeah, but who protects knowledge? So knowledge was invited, knowledge was told. Outdoors, campgrounds, bring your RV, and you can do anything you want to do. And then once he gets there, he gets established, he gets his family unpacked, 10 p.m. hits up, and all these soldiers come running out with guns saying, nope, you gotta stay in, you gotta stay in. Who protects knowledge's rights now?
What do you mean, stay in? I'm confused. What are you talking about?
As soon as they hit 10 o'clock, he can't open up his Coronas, he can't pop the Heineken, he can't do any of this
Right,
stuff.
and he'll be escorted out. Right, and he'll be escorted off the property. If he doesn't leave voluntarily, he'll be escorted off.
No, so who protects knowledge for this this violation of contract?
There is no violation of contract. There's no violation of contract.
They said bring your RV. If you bring your RV, you can experience this outdoor event. You can do anything you want, whatever. Wilderness, campfires, all these things.
So you're saying the private property owner are you saying like it's a bait and switch? The private property says that
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. Ultimately, hold on. It's still not a violation of rights. It is a breach of contract, which then in the contract there would be, but the property owner, that's the whole issue with consent. You have the ability. He could say, listen, Knowledge could have booked this a year in advance. He signs the contract, right, with me, and he gets here, and I'm like, you know what? I have some issues going on. I want to sell it to somebody else. Who knows? The worst case scenario you could think of. Ultimately, it's my private property. I put the sweat and tear. So hold on. No. Okay, well you could say stuff, but that's private property, right? And
No,
so
it's not about selling it to somebody else.
Hold on, let me finish. So the idea is the contract. So if I breach the contract, those terms would be in the contract, because obviously this would be a thing. So if I breach the contract, then I'm going to be liable to pay him, to compensate him. He'll be able to seek restitution. What do you mean? DROs, all the institutions, it would be the same as if it would happen now, Samoa. It would just be more accountability. So you'd be more inclined to want to do this because you'd have a bigger repercussion. You'd have
what?
Damn, they kicked me. Ooh, that's great. Oh, thank God. Big favors.
This is the whole thing with the volunteer society, is that you'll be able to manage and organize your societies as however you want, but ultimately, in the end, it has to be consented to.
Like, kind of triggering. It makes you want to go out and, like, protest and do it. It's like, they're trying to get you to go out. And he was like, I kind of feel like they're trying to get people to infect each other. Like, why? Because black people were getting killed by cops all the time. Why was it specifically George Floyd that all of a sudden initiated these protests? It seems like people were being kind of called into doing something at that particular time. It could have happened before. It could have happened after. It could happen at any time. Why did it have to happen during a global pandemic?
So, someone had speculated that because people had been cooped up and wanted to be out for some reason, that some of those people were less passionate about the issue and more wanted to just group with other humans again.
Well, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. I'm sure that represents some people, but I'm just saying, like, we needed, like, it would have been good to have people going outside in a park with a lot of air and, like, you know, you could have like groups of people hanging together, but like a protest, everybody's like right next to each other, like hundreds of people.
Yeah, rules for thee that do not apply to them. It's all hypnosis all the time, mind control 101, using cell phones to obscure justice. You know Carmelo Anthony, George Floyd, they're all criminals. They should be executed capital punishment style. You all know it's true, and you're still going to obfuscate and never admit it.
Even me?
You would execute me? We're being recorded, Lala. We're being recorded by Ed, and I'll be leaving.
Which one?
The Doge.
Alright, I'll kick him out.
Nobody wants to be recorded. Go to the Black News. He's sleeping. What up? So what's your new political hypocrisy or your new complaint of the day, Dr. Black?
My new complaint of the day. What's up, Nazi?
Hey, what are y'all talking about today?
We're talking about capital punishment and Carmelo Anthony, how he should receive swift justice. One shot to the head.
I haven't gotten into it yet.
Did you kick him out or he left?
No, I kicked him out. He's a fucking troll. He's annoying. He has nothing to conversations.
Alright, so according to you, what are y'all talking about today?
I haven't gotten into it yet. I haven't revealed it yet. But what I was about to say was we're going to be talking about, I think, two interesting.
See, he wants to use you for your profile.
Yes, it's fine,
and
therefore
then
there must
kick
be
you.
a first cause for everything that has been caused, but that relates only to that specific entity that has been caused, but you still miss the greater picture that...
They kicked me! They kicked me! Simon kicked me. What up, Lena? How are you doing?
You're on Discord?
No, I was in a room, and like people hate me because I make fun of them.
Yeah.
And,
I love it.
Yeah. I'm just roasting people that are truly stupid and wasting their time.
Wouldn't even Tammy and her bio to quoting Imam Ali like in 2 months. Good for you though.
Yeah, you know, why is the New Testament written in Greek? So all of a sudden, you know, Yahweh changed his entire format and language and picked everything. Something doesn't sit right with me. It's not kosher.
Why? It's updated. It's just the new.
No.
It's the new liturgy.
The whole Tanakh is in Hebrew, and all of a sudden, bam, Greek out of all the fucking twisted ass shit languages.
When I was there was a lot of Asians. A lot of Asian people buying gold.
Yeah, it's definitely the gold manufacturing capital of the world, Italy.
Something not right with that. All of a sudden, it's in Greek. Jesus didn't speak Greek. He spoke Hebrew.
This guy in the chat says gold, moon, rainbow.
There's a bunch of people standing here in New York with signs like.
Hold on a second, Lena. Hold on a second.
Roger.
Hold on, Lena. Yeah, I mean, Peter Schiff is a hypocrite, and you know all he wants you to do is invest in his asset management fund. But Bitcoin's even worse. So you guys are even more delusional and neurotic than Peter Schiff. And if you're more than neurotic and delusional than Peter Schiff, you guys should go to the gym, read a book, and stop with your bit. Oh, they kicked me! They kicked me.
What?
Sons of bitches. Okay, that may conclude my podcast trolling for the day. I don't know if there's anything else that is entertaining enough for us, but I'm sure there's one more. That's the sound of the police! The sound of the beast! Welcome back to another episode of Low IQ Dumb People who are wasting all the time. They need to read a book and go to the gym. State your grievance.
Read a book and go to the gym.
What up, Ghost? So, if you're waiting about something to do.
Welcome back to another episode of Low IQ Dumb People wasting all their time on Gunhouse when they should go to the gym and read a book. Do something different today, ladies and gentlemen. It's another glorious Saturday. You can change your life now. Go to the gym, read a book, delete this app, and go back into the real world and conquer.
Because that shit annoyed the fuck out of me.
That's a you problem. I'm just a mirror holding it up in the sky and you're looking at yourself and you don't like what you see.
Being a fucking troll. Like, what the fuck?
Get up out of here.
With this goddamn app. People are all okay with being trolls. So, look.
Keep smiling. Nothing is miserable.
I'm about to listen to music.
Yeah, are you atheist or like?
No, I'm agnostic.
But wait, what do you mean you're passionate about?
They kicked me. Good one. They kicked me.
Forgot. We get it.
You see, Lena, we've got a reputation around here to maintain.
What'd you forget? Well, I guess you wouldn't know.
Hey, what was the previous conversation?
Welcome to the roast. Okay, Andrew, change the title of the room. The roast of Socrates. I'm roasting so hard right now, like these Kenny Boston chickens. Oh, by the way, MJ and Andrew, do you know Andy Stenberg? And have you seen? Whoa. Is that a plane, MJ?
Oh, fuck off.
Calm down, Chris. Have you guys seen the roast of James Franco and the bit that Andy Samberg did, like the anti-roast? That's one of the best things I've ever seen.
Get back to Tel Aviv. And Tali, did you do it all for the Nookie?
I did, and I just opened my
that I carried on my body. But emotionally, you cannot crush the past. So that's why I said I love her now, because I had to realize she didn't have to be abused. So I love her, and that's why I'm losing weight to make me and her both happy.
And I applaud that, and I've gotten to know that part of you in the writer's way, and your history of your childhood.
Yo, hey, bro, hey, what you're not gonna do is try to hold me like a nigga. You're not gonna do that with me. You're not. Like I said, nigga, that's what it is. And again, when you are still in school, you still are underage. This is how some of these pedophiles get locked up, right? Because they think, oh, well, she's 18, I could still be with her. No, she's still in fucking school. That means she's still underage. What are you talking about? The age does the law doesn't apply to you until you are already graduated. Graduated. When you graduate, that means that's when you become an adult. You don't become an adult when you're in school unless your parents sign off for that. Which his parents did not sign off for that.
Kids don't get charged as adults.
This is between Craig and TC. Nobody interrupt.
Please, Lou. I cannot. There's no way I'm debating with this guy. Let him have it. I think he's trolling them. I honestly think he's trolling.
Refute the point.
Refute the point, bro. Don't say I'm trolling. Refute what I gotta say, nigga. Or just say you ain't got nothing to say. Just move on.
So he's asking me to refute that the sky is green.
Alright, bruh. Yeah, you can't refute. See, this is why I don't respect you niggas. You can't refute shit. You want to sit here and talk shit? He can't, bro. He can't. See, this is what I don't respect. You niggas want to say, oh, you're wrong. Refute the point. Quit saying I'm fucking wrong and refute it, nigga. Otherwise, shut up.
So here's the point that I'm refuting, right? I'm refuting that this ain't about the law, right? This is about that all of the lists that we can go through about black people that have been shot unarmed in the United States of America. Now that we finally got the upper hand with a 17-year-old, now all of you people say we should care about all children, right? I don't give a fuck about no other children but my own race, right? Because until white people start treating our children like their children, then I'll start giving a fuck. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some righteous lover of all people, right? This humanitarian attitude that black people are the only ones on the planet are supposed to have, when none of them treat our children like their children. Nowhere on the earth do you ever see them treat our children. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I give a fuck about this white kid. Thank God this kid can go home to his mother and be hugged, right? Because this scenario always, we know, goes another way when a black motherfucker dies at the hands of always unarmed, but thank God he was armed with something that prevented this fucking gorilla-ass fucking white boy to try to fuck with him. And I'm gonna leave it there.
Can I say this real quick?
Okay, go on the press.
Just 1 second. I won't even be long, I swear. Listen, if y'all will look at my PTR, that is what was used to stab this young man. And I've been saying it from day one, that it was a cleat sharpener, that it was a track tool. It was not a knife, though it very, like, if you have a witness and they see something that looks like a knife, because it does, right? It looks like one of those Swiss Army knives or whatever the case may be. If you see this... Hey, Craig. Hold on,
Damn, you hear this woman talking?
Let her finish, bro. I know you want to talk to me, but let her finish.
So if we as the black community can stop calling it a knife and just say, listen, it was a cleat sharpener, it was a track tool, and just repeat that, because he did not have a weapon. I've been saying this from the beginning. The knife was the only thing that would have fucked up his case. And I swore, I was like, please let it not be a knife. Please let it not be a knife. And it's a cleat sharpener. He was allowed to have it, so therefore he was not breaking the law. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm just here to listen.
Hey, Craig, can I speak to you?
Bruh, no, I don't want to talk to you, Sino. Because you...
Is somebody just unmute just a moment? Like, can we limit the moans today?
I didn't say that.
Don't unmute. Wait, hold on. Don't unmute the mic. Just to, like, bro, what type of freaky dog shit is wrong, big bro?
I never said that, bro.
I'm talking about you, bro. I was talking to you. You didn't moan, my nigga. I was talking to the nigga that moaned. I wasn't talking to you, bro.
That's true.
Hey, listen. It's Saturday, bro. I don't want to hear them nigga. Nigga, I'm about to get a tan. I'm about to have my toes out. I'm out here for Coachella. I'm about to go to Coachella. I'm about to go to Coachella with my nieces and nephews. Hey, don't fuck up my vibes, bro. All right? I don't even want. All right? Do not fuck up my vibe. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't bringing race into this shit, bro. Right? It's the dumbest shit people can do in this situation, bro. Now the reason why race is being brought up is because they are politicizing this shit, right? When they politicize shit, they put their political agenda on it. They put their white national agenda on it. They put a lot of different type of agendas on it.
I know they try to make us go against each other. I know that, Lou. I know.
So for the people that are asking where is the confirmed report, it's not going to be confirmed, but I want y'all to pay attention to something, right? And it will be when the shit comes out, because that's what the mom said in the press report. When the lies stop and the truth actually comes out, y'all will see what it is, right? But here's the thing. Think about all of the times that we've seen black people committing a crime and they have posted a picture, and it may not be the actual murder weapon, but they have showed a picture of what the murder weapon looked like. In the police reports, it did not say. What it said was it appeared to be a black knife. And that's, y'all got to pay attention to the words that people use, because they're going to act stupid when it actually comes out and that it's not a knife, right? In the police report, it says that the witnesses account for what appeared to be a black knife. What appeared to be a black knife.
Wait, smoke. Before we get to the, cause
How do you know?
All right, wait. Hold on. Before we get to all that, can we actually discuss the actual? Cause we can go into details about what happened. But can we talk about like this? Cause this is currently going on live. Like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm gonna keep it real. Hold on, let me see if I can. People got White Lives Matter hat on. Oh my God. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's probably made by Kanye.
Listen, all communication is hypnosis. The media is telling you how to think and feel and say justice now.
But bro, you can't say nothing, bro. You said you want to kill.
Oh my gosh, bro. No, Cino, like, nobody cares. Cino, nobody. He's a drunk that sits under Larry. He's a drunk that sits under Larry. He want to sit here and try to go back and forth with me. Nobody cares, Cino. Nobody cares. Cino, nobody cares. And I said, I'll kill your faggot ass. No, I'm talking about you. I said, I will kill your faggot ass. I told you I would kill you in front of your fucking son, bitch ass nigga.
You want to talk to me, gang?
I told you, Luke, because Lee just removed this nigga from the room. He said, niggas gonna derail the room. He's gonna derail the room, because I already told this nigga I would stab him in front of his fucking daughter, and he didn't do shit but cry like a bitch. So we don't give a fuck. You didn't do shit with me, so leave me the fuck alone, Cino.
Okay. Y'all, let's try to recenter, please. The best that we can. So, with the information that Lou has provided...
After that convo, White Lives do matter.
All right.
They don't.
Let's recenter. So after the information that Lou has shared with us, I think when it comes to Carmelo Anthony or anyone in his predicament that's a part of our youth, they're never going to see him as a child. They're never going to see the circumstances around his case. They're only going to see a black person. That's it. And specifically, he could have been 12 years old. They're going to see him as a black man. I just
want to say this before you continue, Queen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Craig was doing, he was standing his ground. Somebody came for him, he stood his ground. All right, he's all right, respectfully. But Bubbles, continue.
No, you're fine. So they're not going to see him as a child. So this behavior that we're seeing demonstrated it's not taboo. It's, for me personally, it's not something that's outrageous. It's actually expected, especially in a state like Texas. I don't see them responding any differently to this situation, to this case. What are my other thoughts? As far as them talking about the money that was raised for him, saying that his parents bought cars and they bought a new house and etc. There's always going to be propaganda because they're trying to demonize him. They don't want to see him as a human. They don't want to understand it from that point of view. In my personal opinion, I think this is very standard, that typical delusion. I do look forward into watching this case play out. I do want Brooklyn to speak on it more because she's a lawyer, and her thoughts about, like, how do you feel like this is going to go as far as, like, jury goes? Because I remember you speaking about a case. All right. I remember you speaking about a case that was happening in Texas, and you were saying the importance of people in jury duty. So I'm very interested. I'm paying close attention to this case, and I just wanted to, hear more from you.
Carmelo is a murderer! Bring back the death penalty now! Kill Carmelo by firing squad! All communication is hypnosis!
So, bro, what you gonna do is he only does that. He only does that in black spaces. I've seen him in white spaces. He talks completely different, bro. He just does this shit around black people.
Bro, that's
no, it is. It is.
That boy got
I've literally seen him. I've seen him talk normal. He literally acts weird in front of black people.
He bipolar, which.
Well, no.
He's actually very intelligent. He's just a really good troll, bro.
Yo, let's stick to the topic. Hold on. Is there any white Americans on stage that feel like white and black? Hold on, let me ask the first thing you say. Yeah, buddy. I know you're starving. Just calm down. The question is just.
I am starving.
He represent his white fuck.
I get it. There's nothing wrong with that, brother. Listen, have some white pride about yourself, but you should have some ethnic pride, Italian, because I fuck with a lot of Italians. You should have some Irish pride, right? Some.
Yeah, that's real pride.
I don't understand the white pride. Like,
Okay, Dr. Australia, go to a different room. I'm going to retitle
Italian
this.
pride.
White ain't a race. God damn it, wake it up.
Germanic pride.
Why, yeah, German pride. Why the fuck are y'all having this white pride? What?
Shout out to Scotland.
White pride.
It's not like that.
Hold on, I'm talking to Doctor. So, how you feel about the title? Do you feel like black on white violence get underreported? Do you feel like this is a racial issue? Do you feel like white lives matter? And what does that mean to you?
I feel like the media has done their job. They're shitheads, and they're trying to get us all upset, all sensationalized, trying to make race relations worse. I'd say they're doing pretty good at it. You know, I tried not to fall into this thing too. I knew what they were doing, and I told myself I'm going to stay away from these rooms, and then I started getting into them too. So the media is really trying to sensationalize this thing. There was, I know that from my state, I'm in Montana. If you stab someone, over a fight, you're going to prison, man. I mean, whatever happened there, bro. I don't care if it was two white guys. Actually, in Texas, that just happened not long ago, where two white guys were fighting in the bar. They were punching each other, and one of them pulled out a knife, stabbed him, and he tried to say something. It's just percentage. Unfortunately, man, there's proportionality, in Texas stand your ground. Penal Code 931 with self-defense, and Penal Code 932 with deadly force. There's proportionality. You have to basically, there's certain things that have to be done to be able to use lethal force. So I don't see it going well for Carmelo and these.
So you're saying this is like a divide and conquer thing to divide?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's trying to harm us all, bro. I've been witnessing it, and the media's always trying to pull, just trying to get us fucking pissed off and sensationalized, and I think they've done a good job at it. So that's the biggest tragedy. Of course, one kid's probably going to prison for the rest of his life. I was going to say first, though, another kid is dead. We can't forget that. Another man is dead. He's lost his life. We can't go to his family ever. Just got a bunch of tragedies here, man.
Hey,
the media is really shitheads, man.
This is IGB brought to you by Prize Picks. No, I'm just playing. Hey, real quick.
You're stupid.
Prize Picks. Come on, Prize Picks with the goddamn.
Real quick. Hey, hold on. Wait. Hey, listen. Hey, if anybody's betting, right? Yes. Listen. If I lose this, I cash out somebody 500 guaranteed. All right. Take the Lakers to win the series.
Not too much on the Timberwolves. They gonna play on those days.
Can you mute up while I'm talking, please? Perk 30. Thank you. Take the Lakers to win the series versus the Timberwolves. It's minus 180, meaning if you put $180, you win 100 profit. If you put 360, you win 200 profit. If you put 720, you win 400 profit. The series, not the game. Win the whole series, guaranteed. I'll give you 500 if you anybody. I'm gonna pick a random person in the chat. I'm gonna spread it out. $50 to 10 people.
Hey, count me in, Lou. I'm going to bet on the Lakers on the thing, and then I'm going to take that side bet with you.
Lakers to win the series.
Yeah, that's my insurance.
Wait, do y'all hear me, bro? Because Lakers to win the series, not the whole thing. This is what I'm guaranteeing. All right, let's keep it put.
Yeah, so I like that.
Wait, doctor, hold on. I'm talking to doctor real quick because, Doctor John, how long your ancestors been in this country?
Well, we were Quakers, so.
Oh, you a Quaker? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Came over from New Jersey in the 1700s.
Hold on, sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, so you say your family came over when?
1700s, man. Honestly, we were British. My family was part of the people that didn't want to bow to the crown, to the king, and the leader was thrown in prison multiple times, and when he got let out. The last time they just fled America. It wasn't America then. It was before we were even a country. So yeah, we were Quakers.
All right. The reason why I'm asking that because there's some theories online that said that these people, the people that you said that's trying to divide us, the media, the 1% elite, whether they're white, black, Asian, it don't matter who. You said they're strategically trying to divide America. Do you feel like there's been a concerted effort to divide the Americans who's been here for 10 generations, or do you feel like, because I think we kind of do, or not we, I think the white people who've been here kind of do a concerted effort to keep the division going. I don't think it's the media fault, but who do you think's behind the division of white America who's been here and black America?
Jews.
Oh, we hit it. We found the anti-Semitic honeypot in the clown house.
I can't just sign off with that. What's the blanket statement with just Jews are just the whole problem for the world?
Y'all niggas blame.
You know, I would say that there is quite a few powerful people that own the media, and they're not just Jewish people. I mean, it's just,
If you look up all, come on, man, let's have a real conversation. Look,
hold on, bro. Elon Musk is a full-blooded white American, well, not white American, but white Canadian, South African, whatever the fuck he is, right? He ain't got nothing to do about him, and he bought Twitter and turned that shit into a Nazi safe haven, and he bought the election. So y'all niggas, anybody that blame the Jews for everything, you niggas just, it be low vibration. You can blame individuals, like there's probably some individual Jews, people that do bad things, individual white people, individual. You know, but when we do the Jews, like, that shit low vibration, bro. I don't like being around. I don't like talking about that.
so should we just get all the top media companies, like let's do a project. Let's write down the top 10 media companies, or look up the top 10 media companies in America, and look up the corporate office suite of those top 10 media companies and see how many Jews is up there. How about that?
Well,
let's read this real quick. If I can say. It says there's 1,500 newspapers, 1,100 magazines, 900 radio stations, 1,500 TV stations, 2,400 publishers, owned by only 3 corporations. So that's kind of our problem there.
Yeah, it's 3 corporations, and so it's not
right. So let's look up the C-suite for those 3 corporations.
Individuals instead of whole Jews. That shit low. Like, come on.
No, I'm just saying. Let's look up.
That's like saying the black run fan base. No, it's a black dude that own fan base. You don't credit it to all black people.
No, I get that, Lou.
It's low level, bro.
I get that, Lou. I'm not saying it like that, but what I'm saying is it's sort of ironic, right? That when it comes down to race relations, these individuals that is perpetuating this throughout the communities are them. They're members of that community.
All right, so.
George Soros, right? Wasn't George Soros was the top funder for Black Lives Matter, right? Because he wanted Trump up out of there, right? Like you gotta really look at like who's pulling the strings of these organizations that's allowing this shit to go on.
Black Lives Matter was for that was a good reason. They was talking about killing off. These people was fucking over black people. That's what I'm saying. White people do some fucked up shit, right? Because white people create the Klan. They do this racial shit in the police force, right? Are we gonna blame the Jews for white?
The Klan was Jews too. Look it up.
Bro, Klan was Southern. I can't. We moving on.
Klan was Southern Democrats, man. Come on.
We niggas blame the Jews for everything, man. Shit crazy.
Can I say something? Because I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm really interested in the title. So what I find interesting is we're talking about like self-defense doesn't matter in this case. But just a few weeks ago when Caleb Wilson was punched and he died, we all unanimously wanted to see justice done for him. But in this similar situation, we're saying, oh, okay, this kid came to this other child that did not want to fight him. There's speculations around the case, so I won't dive into that. And the child defended himself, and now we're seeing so many different nuances. I want to understand.
Damn, they kicked me. Luke kicked me. Didn't like my chat. Didn't like my little chitty chats.
More closely, not Sharia, right? But it would have been more difficult to separate Christianity if the Gnostic Christians, tradition had become more popular instead of, I guess, the Protestant or the Orthodox. And no, go ahead, man.
Well, I'm just curious, like, do you think that if I study sort of the Kemetic writings, that I'll just come away with it with just like a deep understanding of why Christianity is false and why Ethan was false, that it's, or do you think that
Lives matter.
I think it depends on how you approach
gives you conclusions about their cultural practices. Just like you're aware of you're aware of baptism, even though I don't think that there's anything in the Bible that speaks to baptism, right? Or you're aware of, I think in the Catholic tradition, they go into a booth and they repent their sin.
Force.
But no, it's not according to their custom.
So they consented.
Yes, according to their custom.
Okay, so they consented to be raped.
It's not, but according to their custom, it's not rape. But according to their custom, it's not rape.
So why is it bothering you? Why does it bother you?
Asking him.
No.
I'm asking him why it's bothering him. I can tell you why it bothers me. It bothers me because I know that you cannot fuck. I know that homosexuality is wrong, and I know that minors is wrong. That's why it bothers me.
God said so.
But they said so. Now to you, why is that wrong?
Yeah, but everybody can write a book on moral authority.
Because it negates the capacity to live as a human being.
How am I? Okay, so it's about his well-being. Why do I need to take care of it?
No, it's not. I didn't say about his well-being. I said it negates.
Then what about? Then why is his capacity important to live if it's not his well-being?
Such a loser and boring.
Why is his? What do you mean?
When you say it's
such a loser and boring,
but that by definition extends to his well-being. Now then the question would be, why should I care about his well-being?
He tried to go to a private with me. Oh, if I would have hit private, it would have dumped his room. Fuck.
Heaven is at the feet of your mother. Yes, I agree, Shabbat. I agree.
It's telling a woman.
Wait, you know what? You know what I saw?
Should we try it again in a different one?
One of the doctors were coming from the Gaza Strip, and he finally got to come home, and he saw his mother, and he bent down and started kissing her feet. It was such a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, it's always good to see, especially if your mother's still alive.
Yeah.
Like, where are you trying to take this talk?
Exactly what I said. Women are superior to men. It's okay.
Wednesday, you know your room is getting
White
streamed.
and Jews that control media, but they are a pawn. That's not what it's about. It's about the oil companies, the oil and gas companies wanting to go to Venezuela. If you go look at Venezuela on the map, it's right next to Trinidad and Tobago. You got Colombia on one side. It's wide open. They want to send the Sixth Fleet, one of the fleets down there, the military, to go in there and control that country and have access to that oil. That's what this is about. It's the same thing.
It's not that simple, brother. Catalyst, I used to believe in the whole thing with Iraq. It was about oil, but if you look, man, oil is actually the second most abundant liquid in the world. We have more oil and gas than almost any country in the world. It's not just about that. It's about currency as well. You know, I mean, and it's about regime change. If you look what happened in Iraq, man, look what the result is. In hindsight, we have Iraq. You know, we got Saddam Hussein is gone. We got Bashir al-Assad is gone in Syria, and we got Gaddafi gone in Libya. And if they could do it to the Iranians, they certainly would. It's about regime change, and it's about banking, but it's probably about energy too. It's about a lot of things, man. But it's you know. I'm just saying, I'll finish, I'll let you go. But what sucks about it, buddy, is that since we stopped the gold standard and we are a fiat currency, we basically have to fight these wars to almost fund ourselves. And that's kind of why JFK was killed, because he didn't want to escalate the war. He only had 20,000 special advisors there. As soon as he was killed, because he didn't want to escalate the war and the whole Bay of Pig things. Remember, he failed on. He didn't want to invade Cuba. That was the final straw for the military-industrial complex, and so they killed him. And what do you know? Just like you said, the Gulf of Tonkin happened, and we were in fucking Vietnam with 500,000 troops in less than 2 years. You know, it was crazy.
Anybody who's younger, those
yeah.
The Gulf of
So I mean, it really is about, I think, a multitude of things, though.
But I'm really trying to understand how one has to do with the other, because if any war is done, like, right, you have black and white people that's part of the armed forces. So I'm confused about what does oil have to do with a kid getting stabbed up or black people not caring about white people in America?
So,
like both communities represent the armed forces.
So what it has to do with one another, my friend, is oil, black crude. The United States dollars are traded and backed by oil all over the world. That's what makes the U.S. dollar the default standard currency all over the world, in the States and in the City of London, in the UK. And transactions take place in U.S. dollars, which is called fiat currency, which is backed by oil. And so,
right, but what I'm saying is, how does black versus white contribute to that?
About petrodollars. So as long as an entity can create discord, black against white against black, and the rallying cry is, we are Americans, we are under attack, we must all come together. That's the chess move, to go in and attack a country under the pretext that they've sent an invading force of MS-13 into the United States. So we must go there and attack them. And so black and white are all in the military armed services together, going there, acting out on that behalf of a hidden agenda called the LGN elected that's taking place. That's what's being set up right now.
Right, but race doesn't affect the military. It doesn't affect the military. They've been allowed the military to read to look at.
All right, I'm gonna restart this live. Hope you've enjoyed.